We in here again, man. Here to accept the cold, harsh reality that there is no more. No more. It shouldn't be no more. We should be talking about, finishing up talking about this game, man, and getting ready to go ahead to the NFC Championship. Because this team was NFC Championship material. However, the best man don't always win. And the best man didn't win. But the best man that night won. Right? It's all about, man, who gonna make plays, man. You can have all the talent you want, but if they don't show up, what's the point? You can have this, you can have that. What about your heart, though? What about you doing the right things at the right time, though? What about what about all the adversity that you have faced and that you have overcame, but you don't overcome that one last thing? And I said, all playoffs, man, we didn't fight through adversity during the season. But you're gonna have to fight through it some more, right? And I said that it may be tough, may be hard running the ball, and you're gonna have to rely on your quarterback. But evidently, you couldn't do just that. Therefore, all the good quarterbacks, except Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts had a good year, so I guess you can include him in it this time. All the good quarterbacks is left. Mahomes, elite. Burrow, elite. San Francisco just based off a team. I guess you could say Jalen Hurts has an MVP season, right? I wouldn't put him in the league, but the season was very good, right? And then you got Purdy. But when it all comes down to it, right? When it's time to go ahead, when the funk really go down, who really ready to ride? Well, your quarterback is. But our quarterback wasn't. Man, last night, I ain't sleep. I thought I was dreaming. I woke up, man. I couldn't sleep, man. I was up, man. I probably took a nap for like an hour or something. Then I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep, man. I ain't go back to sleep till like 5, 6 in the morning. Then went to sleep for another couple hours and just laid back and hearing the disappointment of curses. Curse. I know out of everybody. You hear Michael Parsons, but I heard that disappointment and curse something crucial. He was real disappointed, just like we all. One thing I know, right? Just on the defensive side of things, they did. Now we talking 24 hours later with a better hit. And one thing that I acknowledge is that they did lay it down as far as lay it down on the line. They fought through things, fought through injuries. Curse fought through injuries. Micah fought through injuries. Leighton fought through injuries. Hankins fought through injuries. Law fought through things, right? And so on and so forth. They fought through it because they understood that what they had is something special, and what they had doesn't come around all the time. And then listening to what they say in the locker room, they understand that, this team will never be pieced together like it is ever again. And we missed the opportunity, man. That's crazy. But but damn, man. That's crazy. But let's get into what I was going to talk about. So, in my notes that I wrote, no, hold up. I'm looking at the wrong. I'm looking at the game. Them the fired up notes for the game. Here we go. Let me see. There we go. I'm over here tripping. So I seen something that does go with this situation, and we'll start it off like this. They say Dak Prescott or Kellen Moore. Me personally, I'll tell you none of them, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, because of the numbers, because of the investment, you would have to choose Dak Prescott. You know, we give Kellen Moore a whole bunch of flack for some of his play calling, and deservingly so. But what I've seen, man, going around surfing the net today, I've seen a whole lot of people still making excuses for Rain Dakota Prescott. I heard one excuse that says that this is the Kellen Moore comes from the Scott Linehan tree, so we're running Scott Linehan type plays. And then I heard, oh, Dak, but what has Dak done? He's done a lot this season. Look, Dak ain't did nothing this season. Dak has been an inconsistent quarterback. And I'm sorry, man, regardless of the offensive coordinator or not, if I pay you $40 million, man, you need to show up. It's just that simple, man. If I pay you $40 million, you gotta show up. And then after every year, after this year, I believe the cap hit goes up. Right? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that he gets close to 50 mil next year. So we're getting ready to pay a quarterback, man, who can't get the job done when it matters the most. Almost 50 mil. See, they can talk about the cap all they want to. Do you know what you can do with that 50 mil? You could have went over ahead and just made this defense one of the best defense that ever touched the NFL with that 50 mil. Well, what you already got? We got things that we got to pay for. We got people that we got to pay. And it's crazy because I know Jerry has thought about it. I know Mike thinks about it. We all think about it. Probably even Kellen Moore thought about it. What if we got rid of Dak Prescott? What if? But then shortly after them thoughts comes well, is that really a discussion that we should be having? Is that really feasible? Is that really going to happen? And the answer, unfortunately, y'all, is no. Unfortunately, we're going to have to stick with this quarterback at least 1 to 2 more years, right? So then you think about it like this. Well, if you understood that Dak Prescott wasn't that type of dude, he wasn't that guy. Why did you not take care of the wide receiver room the way you should have? If you knew that Dak Prescott needed additional help, needed playmakers, why did you not throw that money? Why did you go cheap? Why did you give a contract to somebody that's they say supposedly was at maximum supposed to be taking 2 years to get back? So what, he's gonna be recovering again next year? I don't buy that, y'all. I'll just be honest with you. I don't buy that. I don't. So you paid a wide receiver. They gave you zero. And then you brought in another wide receiver, fresh from the couch, to not throw him the ball. And he had cookies the whole game. Bro, when I tell y'all can't none of them corners touch our wide receivers, I meant that. And you, once again, in back-to-back years, failed to take advantage of the true mismatch. Once again, you failed to take on the mismatch. Once again, your quarterback, when it was all said and done, did not show up. See, people want to go ahead and apologize, make excuses, man. I just not about to do that. Sometimes you got to realize, man, that you made a mistake, right? And sometimes, man, that mistake cost. They say, I heard somebody else will say, a content creator talk about, well, do you expect to go ahead and compete every year? Why don't you not expect to compete every year, especially if you do the necessary things to put yourself in position to compete every year? Why don't you have that standard? Pittsburgh had that standard. Pittsburgh, whether they make the playoffs or not, are in position to compete every year. Their coach brings them a winning record every single year. But we're so hit and miss and hot and cold. It's a milestone to make the playoffs in back-to-back years. We the Dallas Cowboys. What you mean it's a milestone to make the playoffs in back-to-back years? I agree, Hoodlum. I agree. I agree. It's been 7. Right. So it's going on 10 years. And what do we have to show for it? A loss to Aaron Rodgers. You beat Russell Wilson, the weak Seattle team, and then you get banged on by the Rams. You get kicked out by the Niners. You beat a Tampa Bay team who's trash. And then you get bounced out by the Niners again. Hold up, didn't we go play the Packers one more time? Could be mistaken. But anywho, a lot of one and dones. A quarterback. So my thing is, why? So if you hesitated to give that man that 35, 36 million, 38, right? Why would you wait? Why would you wait? Are you ready to call in? Give me a second. Let me set it up. Let me throw this number in there. There we go. Feel free to call, y'all. Feel free to call. Let me see. My thing is, right? Why not? So now we need to be thinking in the draft, free agency. We need to build a team that if you go the rookie quarterback route or just a new quarterback in general, that he can come in with good resources instead of having to go ahead and, having to rebuild, to try to go ahead and put the necessary thing, already have it in place. So all he got to do is just come in and come into a good situation, come into a running game, come into a decent offensive line, come into a, good wide receiving core and a good defense. Whoever was trying to call, you go ahead and try to call again. I don't know if it went through. But yeah, man. I mean, I agree, Hillum. And it sucks that we got to go in and think like, man, how could we have excitement knowing that when it's all said and done, when it's time to perform, it ain't gonna matter. Hello.
Hello, what's up, bro?
What's going on?
Good, shit, cool. Now I was just talking to you in a chat. Hello.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
Yeah, bro, what's good, bro? Nah, bro, this is what I got, man. Like, I just feel as though that, man, like, our window is closed. Like, time is getting old. That getting old. Like, that is just not that dude. He didn't prove it to us too many times, but then you got some Cowboys fans that try to, like, sprinkle sugar all over this shit. And that's why I don't like listening to, like, Ray Kyle Blue Channel and shit, because they're like a lot of Cowboys fans, they are not Cowboys fans, they are Dak fans. And I've really, like, seen it from when we dragged him until now. Like, it's just not like, oh, he just gotta go, bro. He got to, brother, because now he made his cap hit $49 million next with this shit coming up.
Oof.
So he's eating up like majority of the cap space for him to be just a below average to like regular quarterback. Like, it's not getting us nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't getting us nowhere, bro. 7 years, bro. It's going to be the 8th year.
And nothing to show for.
These guys, man, we got just we just need a quarterback, bro. That's the problem. Bro. But I've been telling motherfuckers this since fucking 2017. It's him. It's him. I'm telling them this. And they keep saying that. All right, so my thing is, so if it was Jason Garrett, why are we still having the same problem?
Agreed.
No, for real though. Bro, if it was really Jason Garrett, why are we still having the same dumbass problems, bro?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So my perspective is like, I just boil it down to him, cause he can't say that we ain't giving them like the weapons he need, bro. Like, he had them, Dez, Amari, CeeDee Lamb. Like, come on, bro, come on. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, like, we can't say Dirty ain't giving no weapons. Nobody cannot keep saying that. Hey, like they can't keep saying that, using excuses for this man.
Facts. And we had the weapons. We had good enough weapons this year to get it done, you know?
Exactly. And then the defense. Like, I remember the days where we didn't even, They had no type of defense. When Sean Lee got hurt, that was it. When Sean Lee got hurt or he wasn't playing, we had no defense. And that's fact. So I'm just tired of the excuses for this man. Like they need to stop sprinkling Kool-Aid on this shit. Just tell it just tell it shit. It's that. It's that, bruh. Like you really think about it though, it's him. Like he already reached his peak. Like you gotta remember, bro, we're a 4th round pick, bro. He had a 1st round pick, a 4th round pick, bro. That's all you're gonna get out of him, bro. That is not gonna get no better, bro. I'm telling you, bro. But I've been telling motherfuckers this since fucking 2017, bro. 2018. That's all you're gonna get out of him. He's not taking us to no Super Bowl. That window is closed, bro.
I agree. I agree.
And like, really think about it though, bro. Just imagine, bro. Like, see me, I like Mike McCarthy, but you really gotta think about it though, bro. Like, the worst thing you can do is have a quarterback that's good enough to like keep you relevant, like keep you like make the playoffs, but not good. Well, all right, so not bad enough to make the not bad enough to make the playoffs, but not good enough to get into the chip. That's the worst thing you can have because you always gonna be picking at that 25, 26 pick. That's the most toxic shit you can do.
Yeah.
Because you're not. Yeah, because you're not bad enough to like not make the playoffs, but you're not good. Like you're not good enough to make the chip. Like go to the Super Bowl, bro. That's the most worst thing you can do. That's the worst thing you can do. That is the most for real, bro. Like I just be thinking like that's the worst thing you can do because with McCarthy, like you gonna make the playoffs. Like you gonna make the playoffs because like McCarthy is a good coach. He ain't bad. So you gonna make the playoffs, but it's just that just imagine you making the playoffs when your team like your team is good, but you got like holes. Like you got like little holes that you really need to like fill. And just imagine you keep picking draft day, like you keep picking, but like at like 27, 26 every year, bro. Every year, bro. And you know it's your court. You know, like they know that, bro. They know that shit. But Jerry treats them like Jerry treats his players too much like family, bro. Jerry treats his players too much like, and that's the problem, bro. Like yesterday, bro. And I just don't get this shit, bro. Like, they talking about, Pollard, we ain't win because of Pollard, but Zeke the one that's getting like $90 million, right? Zeke the one that's paid. So why is they trying to keep talking about some Pollard, but Zeke is the one that's getting paid?
They should have gave Zeke 20 carries yesterday.
Not the one that's not. Huh?
They should have gave that man 20 carries yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like they talking about Paul of this, Paul of that, but Zeke is the one that's getting paid, though. That's Jerry's fault, bro. Like, and one thing I noticed about us, bro, like, we do not know how to negotiate, bro. Jerry do not know how to, like, he fall in love with his players and just treat them like family, bro. This is a business, bro. Like, me personally, I think Gallup gave up, bro. I think Gallup gave up, bro. It's just his play is just different, bro. Like Gallup was a beast. Gallup, like he not the same person, bro. Like it looked like he just gave up, gave up on football, bro. That's how he like that's the perspective that he give off, bro. Like it looked like he just quit. Like he just gave up on fucking football, bro.
Dang.
And I guarantee you, and look, and this is what I said to my man earlier, like, I know the defense is like sideline back, like, man, this nigga, not a, like, this nigga here, right here, like, what the hell is wrong with him?
Yeah.
Like, we holding them, like, and you keep throwing picks, bro. Like, read the field, bro. Check the tempo, but that's not that. And that's what people fail to realize. Like, people hold that for the high standard than what he is. And they get mad when it get exposed.
Mm-hmm.
People get mad, like that's what I don't get. They get mad when it gets exposed, bro. But so what you think about the game yesterday?
What I think about the game? Well, the defense gave them boys a chance, right? You know, like regardless, man, of how it went toward the end. I mean, they held them to 19 points. And one thing that they had an advantage of, even with the wide receivers that we had an advantage over their corners. When I see the way that DK Metcalf was cooking them, man, and I see the way that CD was cooking, and when you decide that you want to throw the ball over 10 yards, you complete the ball.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I'm like, how was we not opening it up? It seems like, man, it's like we just only want to throw the ball on two levels. Either we gonna dunk it, we gonna dink and dunk it, or we gonna throw something in the intermediate. So it's like, I mean, like, now everybody can key in on us and key up. And we definitely don't need a defense keying up and keying in on Dak Prescott, because shoot, that's how you see. Because, man, when I looked at some of that game before I got up on here, he should have threw 4 picks. Like that last,
exactly.
Like that last, what was it? Going on to the 2-minute drive, going on to 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, when he almost threw that pick 6. I'm like, what is you doing? And then it go from almost throwing another pick 6 to throwing the ball outside of Gallup. Because if he would have led Gallup inside, Gallup probably got a chance to go ahead and get that big play. And then on third down, you hold the ball. You had good enough protection. It's like, I don't know what you was reading. Probably possible when I get to see the all 22, probably possible. Could have been maybe that play calling that through. But you holding the ball, and then all of a sudden you decide that you want to escape late. And then now you get hit for a loss. And then now it's 3 and out. When the defense give you a chance like that, especially when they've been struggling against the run the whole year, but then they decided they see at least early on that defense played pretty solid against the run, right? Because you would expect for them to get pumped, but they played pretty solid against the run. They played good enough, and then the defense gave you a chance, and then you go 3 and out. So now the defense got to go ahead and try to pull another rabbit out the hat when stopping the run ain't even been they MO the whole year. And now all of a sudden, man, now they got to try to do it again. And that's how you see Elijah Mitchell, that same run that Debo iced the game with last year. They did the same thing with Elijah Mitchell. But the reason why we even had another chance at the end, even though we blew it again, was because he made a bonehead play to run out of bounds.
Exactly. And look, this what really scares me, though. This what really scares me. So, next year, right? Well, next year, Dan Quinn might be gone. So what are they going to say if our defense come out bad? Oh, just give them a defense? Because that's what they always say. Oh, just give them a quarterback. Just give them a defense. Or just give them a coach that can get in his head and talk to, like, come on, bro. It's too many excuses, and they're going to make that up next year. Why should I tell you, bro? Why should I tell you? Then they're going to be like, oh, no, the defense trash now. Oh, it's the receivers. Oh, it's the running back. Like, come on, man. Like, you just got to stop making excuses, bro. Like, it's been, like, look, like I said, quarterbacks don't get, a quarterback don't get better with age, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback and running back, they don't get better with age, bro.
And a clothing and a clothes. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, quarterbacks don't get better with age. Like Dak is a quarterback for the Cowboys. He's not LeBron James for the Lakers, bro. He's not. Football and basketball is totally two different type of sports. Quarterbacks do not get better by age. They do not. That's a fact. So I'm just like, I don't know. It's just these fans, bro. It's just these fans that so like that don't know football and they try to think like talk to you like they know football, but they don't.
Yeah.
It's that, bro. It's the biggest problem, bro. That we're not gonna win nothing with him. Like that's been good over his career, but he's just not that. Like he's just not that guy, and that's okay. And that's okay. He's just not that guy, bro.
And the cold thing about it is, if Dak would have just took care of the ball, we probably get that win. If he didn't because the first interception resulted in points. Defense, they did a heck of a job, man, holding them to 3. And then you took away. See, we was driving them. Then you took away potential 7. That's the game right there. That's the game right there. Defense would have closed that. Then you're gonna have to force them to pass it, and that's what we want. And then all of a sudden, now we teeing off. You know, see, and the cool thing about it is because we already had missed opportunities to take away the ball. I see Diggs missed one. I think Bland missed one. Like, we missed opportunities. Cool. But you still, when you look back at it, though, them interceptions that Dak had, they were horrible and badly timed.
Horrible, bro. No, look, the interception that got me is the fucking Redskins game, bro. Like, that shit, like, I was so mad because he threw it. So look, the quarterback dropped it. Then came back on the next play and did the same exact shit. What quarterback does that?
Yeah.
What elite quarterback does that, bro? Like, that shit pissed me off, bro. It pissed me off, bro. Like, it pissed me off. I'm like, bro, what? He literally threw it, almost threw the pick, came back on the next play and did the same exact thing. Like, it's just bonkers, bro. Like, that shit, like, you can't make it up. I'm like, bro, I know he's just not just do the same exact play, bro. Like, what is wrong with this dude, bro? Like I said, Dak is good, but he's not a great quarterback, bro. He doesn't renovate your team, bro. Mm. And it's fast. This year improved it. In a couple years improved it. He's not he's not that guy, bro. He's just not, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he's not. Like, and that's okay, bro. But people try to hold him at a certain standard, make him try to be what he ain't.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not, bro. And I never get it, bro.
They want him to be.
We need a quarterback, bro. I'm telling you, it's scary, bro. It's scary because look, that cap hit gonna be at $49 million next year, bro. And we got like 10 free agents to sign, bro. How are we gonna sign them free agents back, bro? And we need them defensive players because first of all, we picking at 26, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We picking at 26. We picking late as hell, bro. Late. So, and he eating up majority of the damn cap space, bro. How are you supposed to get good players on the team? But if you eating up majority of the cap space, and Zeke, man, Zeke is done, bro. Zeke ain't it no more, bro. Zeke didn't pass his peak.
Yeah,
it's over for Zeke, bro.
Yeah, they gotta
Zeke
get
ain't
younger.
It no more, bro.
Yeah, they gotta get younger. And the cool thing about it is I seen rumblings of not only got Zeke, his contract on the table. I hearing that they trying to go ahead and franchise tag Tony Pollard. So that's gonna take away of building the team even more. And then Dak's cap hit is gonna be even more. Than, like, what the hell you gonna throw it to? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like,
exactly. Man. And then my thing is though, man, but I just hope they don't fuck up as bad as to the point Michael Parsons don't even want to be here no more. Mm. I hope they don't do that. I hope they just don't fuck the team up that bad, bro.
Mm.
Cause Jerry's just full of it, bro. Jerry's full of shit, bro.
Even though Mike McCarthy had a good year, I think they're gonna have to put Dan Quinn at head coach, because not only does
it's either gonna be that or lose Dan Quinn, bro.
Because if you lose Dan Quinn, that defense gonna fall apart. Everybody that's supposed to sign, they gonna leave, and then you already don't want. See, we talk about we wanted to fix this defense. Now the defense get fixed good enough, and then you're gonna lose it all over, and then you ain't gonna have no money to bring other people in. Man, that's gonna be horrible for 2 years.
And then, bro, look, bro, key point, bro, and I'm gonna finish with this.
Mm-hmm.
If Dan Quinn leaves, right,
mm-hmm.
and we got all those free agents, you think that Dan Quinn won't take some of those free agents like a Donovan Wilson with him?
Yeah.
Or Leighton Vander Esch with him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta like they just gotta think smart, bro. Like, I don't give a but I won't pay Dan Quinn as much as he wants to stay, bro. Like, at this point, because your defense is finally together, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You get you a good defensive tackle, because them deep tackles ain't it, bro. They ain't it. I mean, both of these Digizua is cool, but Neville Gallimore, he's not good, bro.
Man.
He's not good, bro. He's not good, bro. We need but the start of it is that, bro. But you stuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
You stuck with him, so it's not it's like for real, bro. There's no point of even saying like, "Oh, he's a new quarterback right now." Like, we can say that in the next two or three years, there, but because he's not going nowhere. But I don't know, man. They just gotta figure something out, bro.
Yeah,
they gotta figure something out fast, bro, because it's looking ugly, bro.
Yeah.
And then Short's a free agent too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And
that's one of his agent too.
That's one of his favorite
and that's
targets.
Man.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Doc's favorite target. So you let him walk. Majority of man, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna have to orchestrate a masterpiece this all season if we're gonna compete again next year.
Yes, bro. I'm talking about, bro, like, it's either because Zeke not see because last year I was like, man, we need to trade Zeke or somebody to get some more picks. But Zeke's not gonna be worth no first second round. We probably can get a fourth for Zeke. If that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Zeke is not worth fucking a first round pick anymore, bro. Nobody's gonna give you that. Nobody's going to give you a first round pick for Zeke. Them days are over with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either like they can cut Zeke next year, this year, and save $5 million, and then you really can't cut Zeke because he's gonna have. But oh my God, it's just crazy because Tyler hurt.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. So they're in a fucked up situation.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to make a move. You're gonna have to make a move that you don't want to make. Unless you draft a running back like the kid Bijan Robinson. Yeah.
He's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But you need different shit though, because you need a corner too, because Brown ain't it either.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't it either, bro. He ain't it. And then DeMarcus Lawrence getting old.
Yep.
So the youngest people that's on your defense is Trey Diggs and Micah. And Leighton been for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro, that's all I got there, bro.
I appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call.
Nah.
Marco, 704. Go ahead. Go ahead, Marcos. Yeah, I'll look for your 704. Hello.
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
I mean, appreciate you for taking my call. I just had to cut in on my buddy. I thought my brother was talking about Cat Zeke. We want to blame everything on everybody else except the dude. If you don't have a quarterback, you're not winning the Super Bowl. And Dak is just 12 games. He'll play good. He's just like Kirk Cousins. He'll play good every once in a while and have your hopes up. You'll be like, dang, man, this dude can do it. But I've been saying it for ever since the worst thing my Cowboys did is sit Tony Romo on the bench. When Tony got healthy, we should have brought him back, bro. That Prescott can't get the job done. And everybody knows, I'm going to tell you why the 49ers going to lose. There's never been a rookie quarterback to win the Super Bowl. They might as well say, you got to bench him, man. That's in the history of the game. There's never been a rookie quarterback to win the Super Bowl. So pretty sure the Eagles will be in the Super Bowl, and that's going to be a good one. I'm picking Burlington to win it. Yeah. But back to my Cowboys, I say this. I just don't see my Cowboys winning with. I don't care if you get. I don't ever hear the Bills talk about who their running back is. All they care about is who playing under center. If your dude under center can get the job done, all my running back got to do is get a couple. Zeke did his job for 5-6 years, bro. He deserved the money he get. He hyperextended his knee. How good you want him to be? Dak Prescott, he got hurt and everything, but they gave him the big bag. But no, he also don't have to be that agile and run and cut off that ankle. He's sitting back there patting that ball. And we all know we watch the season. I got the season ticket. We watch it every year. I pay for my season ticket early, which I'm not going to do this year. I'm not believing in my Cowboys this year because they can't sell me on Dak Prescott. That's like the 5th, 6th time they sold me on Dak, and that's it. I'm not sold on him. I'm tired of hearing it. Oh man, it was his ankle. It was his ankle. He gonna be back. And then he's just like Kirk Cousins, man. Get the hopes up and be trash, bro. That's exactly who he is. And everybody, and Jerry, everybody saying Jerry, man, it's nobody but your quarterback. Nobody threw those interceptions except Dak Prescott. It's not. I don't care if you got Belichick calling your plays. The best play call. You got the best coach in the game. You're not going to win if your quarterback can't get the job done. And we all know that. I don't know why Cowboy fans trying to blame it on. We blame it on. I saw Law Nation post Michael Gallup got to run back to the ball. The dude threw the ball. Dak threw the ball when he saw the defender. He hits it like 2 times. He thought about it. When he could have just checked it down, and Zeke was right up underneath.
Facts.
He don't got. And then he tried to hit CD on the seam route, and all he had to do was take one look over, and T.Y. was wide open on the seam. He just don't see the field. Bro, we watched the game, and like I told you last night, all Cowboys fans that love the Cowboys too much, they're just like the police. When the police shoot you on camera, and they swear they ain't shoot you on camera, and everybody saw the video. Yeah. That's just who the Cowboy fans is. Dak threw 200 interceptions. We saw him, he threw 500 interceptions this season in 10 games, and then we're going to say, well, it just wasn't his fault. CD was running right beside the dude. Well, did they tell Dak, did CD tell him to throw the ball, or is he playing middle school football and throw it when the coach say throw it? If the play coach go there and throw it there anyway. Is this college or is this the NFL? What is it? I'm trying to figure out, is it college football? I really don't care about Kellen Moore. I never cared that much about the offensive coordinator, man. I think if your quarterback, if we had Tony Romo, the Cowboys would be playing in the Super Bowl because he can read the field. And that's the reason why they got mad. Ted Prescott got mad at Dez and all them because they said your brother don't want to take no criticism. He need to go work out with Tony and all the Cowboys fans hate your boy Kurt Cousins. Kurt Warner, because Kurt Warner is exposing that. He's exposed, bro. He can't read the field. We can see in the video. I know Jerry Jones got to be mad, bro. I know Jerry got to be hot because he's saying, dang, I gave this man all this money, and he can't damn see this man running wide open down the field. And the ball to CD, if you throw it 2 yards in front of him, it's a touchdown, a walk-in touchdown. That's how wide open CD was on the catch on the sideline he made. But if you throw it 2 more feet in front of him, he probably walk in. And then if you hit Gallup, if you throw the ball instead of to the outside shoulder, to the inside of the edges, there goes another touchdown. It just, he don't. Hey, bro, when the pressure on, he don't play good, bro. When you start seeing Fred wanting to talk to him and everything, you start seeing that glassy eye look. He looking up in the monitor, bro. We're not winning those. And the thing is, Cowboys fans, I love my Cowboy brothers and sisters, but we go ahead and wrap it up. You're not gonna win next year either. And I'm a diehard Cowboy. I didn't even pick my team. My parents Cowboy fan. I never picked my team. I'm a Cowboy from birth. I didn't pick my team. I don't like no other team. I'm from Charlotte, but it was no Panthers team when I was here. I'm a Cowboy fan. The sad thing is, bro, I don't care if you draft everybody can be a hit next year. Your quarterback is just gonna hold you back, bro.
Yeah.
You can hit on every pick next year. He's just gonna hold you back, man.
I agree.
And they can't say, hey, bro, they can't say that. He was getting pressure. No, watch the game, bro. The pocket looked clean to me.
Yeah.
The pocket was pretty clean.
Yeah.
And he reminded me, the same thing happened last year. It was like on an important drive last year. He tried to step up in the pocket. When he decided to run, he like hesitate, like, move your feet, man. You slow, bro. It's like, move your feet, man. And then next thing you know, they run him down. But he indecisive with where he want to go with the ball, man. Kurt Warner been saying it all year. I've been saying it for 5 years. And the Cowboy fans just don't want to accept it. I don't know what they love about this dude. I guess because his mom got cancer and he passed away, or maybe because he's a mixed kid, he's a biracial kid. I don't know what it is. I'm just telling you like this. I'm a Cowboy fan. I don't care if he was green. He sucked. I don't care. Everybody gonna say, well, how can he suck? Everybody gonna say, well, how can he suck? He threw for so many yards. He sucked when it mattered. I don't care if you win. You beat the Buccaneers because Tom Brady didn't watch.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady watch. Other than that, when you push all that money to the middle of the table, you better pick your money up with him on. I try my best not to bet. My cousin walked me into the bet. And the sad thing is, my homeboys, they don't even got a dog in a fight. They've been telling me, man, I don't know why I know you like your Cowboys, but Tony, that's the poor man Tony Romo. And then I start saying, I say, you right, bro. Because we talk about Tony throwing the interceptions. He ain't never had this kind of talent. Give Tony Romo, Amari Cooper, C.D. Lamb, and a healthy Michael Gallup and see what happens. And with a good offensive line, before what's-the-name got hurt. Before Tyron was hurt, before Terrence Steele was hurt. And then ask yourself, have Tony Romo ever had a decent defense?
Whew, no.
I mean, just ask yourself. Hey, bro, and we missed the opportunity to win the Super Bowl because we was going with that, oh, man, he playing so good. We don't want to, if we take him off the field, we're going to have a chance. Man, I would have benched him so fast, bro. And it had everybody caught up in it, bro. But the history of the game will tell you the truth. Rookie quarterback will never win the Super Bowl. And that's why the 49ers, they might as well go ahead. If the 49ers know what's best, bench him because you ain't got a chance to win the Super Bowl. And he's not, Brock Purdy's not going to be the dude to break the history books, bro. No. He barely got past us, and Dak gave him 3 points, and he threw him another pick. They got another 3 points on, so he gave him 6 points. And all Dak can manage to do, you pay him $49 million. All he can do is 3 and out all day long. He throw the ball behind gap. I mean, CD CD, the dude in off coverage. CD still run by him, and Dak throw the ball short, man. Come on, dog. It's disrespectful to the game, man. I love my Cowboys, but I can't wait until I've been hearing watching all them and my boy West Coast Cowboy talk about, well, what are you gonna do? Hey, bro, I'd rather cut him and lose every game and pick up get a number 1 pick and try to draft somebody like Joe Burrow, one of these quarterbacks. I'll take Fields, to tell you the truth, man. I'll take Hurts. I would have took somebody like Hurts. Dak, especially when he got hurt, bro, he's not the answer, bro. I'm sorry, man. It's sad. I love my Cowboys, but they're gonna keep on, and the women too. I guess they like him because I guess he just fits the mold of the Cowboys. I don't know. To me, I want to win. I don't care how he look or what happened with his mom, and I don't care. His brother committed suicide. Everybody got problems in life, bro. We paying you to play football.
Facts.
Everybody got problems. We want you to play football. I don't know your brother, and I'm not saying it ain't a bad thing. But when you come to lace up them cleats, the worst thing that happened, he's just like Baker Mayfield. The worst thing that happened, give him all in commercials, Jordan Brand contract, all this stuff, and now he's trash. He ain't got that hunger no more. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm telling everybody about Zeke. Everybody talking bad about my boy Zeke, but don't nobody got the heart on the field like Zeke itself. Maybe Parsons. Look how Zeke tried to fight for every yard for the Cowboys. Even when he held back by 2 dudes, he tried to get the first down. I want them dudes to play like that. Play like Zeke. That's why Jerry ain't gonna cut Zeke, because he deserves his money. Look how many years that Dak wasted with Zeke, a healthy Zeke. And then everybody, bro, they're gonna try giving him Pro Bowl accolades, bro. He worse than Kirk Cousins. No, him and Kirk Cousins about the same. But I swear, I wish we could trade for Derek Carr. It's sad that Brock Purdy beat you. How Brock Purdy beat you in the playoffs, bro? A rookie quarterback. And then he was sorry, too. The sad thing is, I can't even say he was good. Both of them were sorry.
Facts.
It was two college quarterbacks out there playing football. And the thing that happened, and I'm going to tell you what I've seen, too. What's the name? Kittle wasn't even supposed to. He was supposed to be ineligible because he was covered up by youth check. So he broke out on, if you look it up on YouTube, it's on YouTube now. He was covered up by the fullback. So he wasn't even able to go out for a reception. So that should have been a penalty. But it don't matter if we got the ball back or not. Dak would have figured out a way to throw another interception. And then he going to say, well, I'm going to be aggressive. And then at the end of the game in the press conference, I can't even watch it. It made me want to throw up. At the end of the game, all he going to say is, yeah, man, I got to do better. No, you got to get your ass off my Cowboys. That's what you got to do. And Jerry, I don't care if we lose the rest of – hey, bro, we'll do better losing every game next year and drafting high than winning 12 games again. And everybody saying, oh, man, we got a chance. You don't have a chance. You can't even beat Brock Purdy. Hey, this is the year everything lined up for you. You couldn't beat Aaron Rodgers. Lined up for you. Tom Brady team, everybody was hurt all year long. Lined up for you perfect. All you got to do is beat Brock Purdy. I mean, we even thought the 49ers were done when we saw what's the name go down, Jimmy G. We was like, oh, man, the Cowboys got a chance. And this dude can't even beat Brock Purdy, man. Bad, bro. You can't even beat Brock Purdy, and you call yourself want to get $40 million. And my boy Jerry Jones, he didn't want to pay him the money, but he was stuck between the rock and the hard place. And I'm like, Jerry, man, I hate we had to pay him, but who else we gonna get to play quarterback?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, if Cooper was the starter, we probably would have won we probably would have won that game yesterday.
Ooh.
Because he do the simple thing.
Yeah.
He ain't scared, and he reads the defense too. That's one thing about him. If you keep the pocket clean for him, he can read the field.
Yeah.
And bro, big dog, everybody knows that when you play Dak in zone defense, he's terrible, bro. Everybody knows all them numbers and analytics gonna say he the best against the zone, he the best against pressure. We know when the money on the table that he's gonna make a mistake. Tell me, how did he not see number 38 coming back on that on dropping on that hit or whatever you want to call it, the comeback route?
Right.
How you don't see that? And then how you gonna try to throw it to CD? And the sad thing is, after all that, you still have my boy T.Y. running the same exact route that CD Lamb was running, but Fred Warner picked up CD. If he would have took one more look over, I'm talking about like a little half a look over, my boy wide open, running wide open. I don't know, bro. And then everybody gonna be like, well, I gotta look at the all 22. Shit, you can see that shit on the instant replay during the game. You don't need no all 22 to see this. Even I can see it. I don't even play in the NFL. It's crazy. Crazy, brother. It's crazy, my brother. I don't know, man. I know everybody gonna say, well, we need to cut Zeke, we need to cut Pollard. Bro, the number one problem on the Cowboys is your quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback that can beat Brock Purdy, wrap it up. Hey, kid, like Chad Johnson say, kiss the baby good night. It's over for you. Yeah. Kiss the baby. You ain't got no. If you can't beat Purdy, kiss the baby, man. But I appreciate you, brother, for letting me call in, brother. I like your show. I like that you let me get my points across because Bosh, Will Steele, Law Nathan, all them, they're gonna try to. I guess they get some money from the Cowboys or something. They're gonna try to goddamn on. They cut me off. Well, brother, how can you say Dak is playing bad? He scored 45 points. Because I'm looking at the game. I don't know what game y'all looking at. I'm watching the game. I don't know what game. He scored 45 points. Yeah, he threw 2 interceptions, but we won the game. We got beat by Jacksonville because of that. We got beat by a couple teams. Got beat by Green Bay. And if you want to be good in the NFL, just come off the street and nobody know who you are, and Dak can throw you 2 interceptions. Number 20 for Green Bay, number 2 for Jacksonville. We don't know who these guys are. He'll throw you 2. Get your pocket right.
Yeah.
But brother, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you letting me call in. You be blessed, brother.
You too. Appreciate the call.
I appreciate it, one.
Two good calls back to back. Two good. Yeah, man. Shoot, man. Yes. When my all 22 kick in tonight, man, we gonna kick in that film, man, and we gonna look at that Dak thing together, man, because Man, I was, I looked at it again from the television stand. You can't really see it, but when that all 22 kick in, we're gonna see all that. Because man, I'm like, man, dog, like it's just crazy, man. Like now you about to pay a quarterback $50 million to be a game manager. You about to pay a quarterback $50 million to be a game manager. Wow. Wow. Oh man. For a game manager, bro, that is crazy. That is crazy. And then because Derek Carr, I for sure would rock with Derek Carr. Appreciate you, T-Dub. I got it. Appreciate you, T-Dub. Appreciate you. Appreciate the Cash App, T-Dub. Yeah, I'm like, my God, man. And it sucks too, man, because everybody else get the blame, right? Like the callers were saying, everybody gets the blame. It's the defense. We fixed that. And they can't say it's Mike because Mike brought in his guys and seen, my guys ain't getting it done. So we're going to have to haul staff and bring it in. And he brought in guys that he wasn't too familiar with. He had some familiar, then he brought in a whole nother guy. You go to the playoffs back to back. Right? You bring in championship experience. You bring in a heck of a DB coach in Al Harris. Press God. Excellent defensive coordinator. You bring in George Edwards. Excellent coaches. Right? But they say that, our play calling is simplistic. Well, if it's simplistic, then why my quarterback can't execute simplistic concepts? That's crazy, and yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because I thought about this thing all night. I'm like, I see they talking about the cap hit, and the cap hit is very big, right? But I'm like, so look, if there's a quarterback that you like early on, if they say for instance, I think was it Bryce Young coming out? Hey, what you got to do to go ahead and nab that and just keep him on the bench till he's up? Go ahead and pull a Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers situation. Get you one in the first round or next year. Have him under for about a year. Have you a Patrick Mahomes situation. Have you something under a year. And then, man, when it's time, man, go do it. I see the Packers hanging on to Jordan Love. So evidently they believe in old Jordan Love for you to hang on and not trade him when you had opportunities to trade him. Cooper Rush, I agree. If we was going to do a game manager type of thing, then we probably should have just rolled with Cooper Rush. Bench him. Bench him, man. I mean, why are we, just because we paying him? Hey, it's the game of football. If you're not getting it done, if you're not getting the job done, then you need to go. I see too many teams with mediocre quarterbacks do something. And supposedly we have a top 10 quarterback that everybody fight for. But when it matters the most, he can't even be top 10. You know what the excuse is going to be? Oh, but Dak beat. They're going to be like, but Dak beat such and such. He beat this a couple years ago. He went head to head with Aaron Rodgers, so he can do it. Bro, as the last caller said, bro, we lost to the Jaguars because you want to go ahead and put your trust in Noah Brown. You lost to the Packers. Sometimes, man, your offense, man, gonna have to play that 4 minute. Y'all see, man, at the end of the game, man, with Joe Burrow, you see how when they got the ball back, I believe it was 27-10, how Joe Burrow had a nice little solid little few minute drive. Just moving the chains. Sometimes you just move the chains. Keep your defense at rest. Flip the field position. How your defense have them get a 3 and out. So you could be in position to go get points. Since you got a dynamic returner. Crazy. Jerry don't want to take that LT. You know, the cold thing, man. The cold thing, man. Sometimes, man, you know, like when y'all get in that stock market, man. You know, you got to have that stop loss, right? And paying that man, right? They didn't want to pay him. Okay, so if you had your quarterback and you believed in Dak Prescott, then why you didn't pay him the year before? Why you didn't pay him? Why you didn't give him that type of contract if you really believed in him? Evidently, you had it may not have been Randy Gregory concerns, but you didn't have concerns about old Dak Prescott. So then why you couldn't? You know, if I don't believe in a quarterback, if I even think twice about a quarterback, I'm not signing him back. Romo had 9 seasons back. We'll have 9 and 2 more. Time fly. Yeah, man. Hey, if they believe in the quarterback, if they see a quarterback that got the right stuff, see, I need a quarterback with that clutch gene. I need a quarterback. I see Burrow, clutch gene, right? When Mahomes, I remember, you know, watching Oklahoma. I remember Mahomes going back and forth with old Baker Mayfield, throw like 400 yards. He was just making all kind of just throw. I'm like, dang, that boy balling. You know, I'm looking for that it with that quarterback, right? Mahomes got that it. Burrow got that it. We need that quarterback that got that it, that's that guy. Brady, 50 years old. Right, uh-huh. They say Bell don't have a strong, but somehow, right, Burrow throw that thing deep. Burrow, bad boy, man. I be looking, I'm like, how does a quarterback come in the league in 2 years? 2 years. And do what he's done and make the dent. He got the Bengals, what, year 2? He brought them to the bowl in year 2. With a young wide receiver, Jamar Chase. Year 2. Don't Joe Burrow got more playoff wins than Dak Prescott in his 3rd year? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, it's 2 times.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Not much, man. I'll check you out, man. See you was live, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, man. I hope you got some big things in store, man. Got some. Just keep it going for us for the draft and all that for us, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be working for sure. Yeah. I ain't going nowhere.
That's cool, man. Yeah, man. A lot to digest from that loss, man. I think the blowback is typical. It's not surprising, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think if you'd ask people like, how do you think the world be reacting once the Cowboys lose, you know? I think this, you know, everything that's happening right now is pretty much what people would tell you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'll be the same storyline, and you know, everybody pretty much be turning against Dak. So,
I mean, I think it is what it is. That's a bad game, but I mean, tell me what quarterback really hasn't had a bad game before, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I understand, man, he's had some bad games this year, but a lot of them have amounted more into wins than losses. I think what you get from when a guy like Dak loses in a game like this, you know, he didn't play great for you. I give you that. But I mean, on the same token, like, what are they saying about Brock Purdy right now? He had a good game.
Yeah, they're giving it to him. Yeah,
they praising him.
Mm-hmm.
But what did he do? Like, what? How do guys like Richard Sherman and them talk about Russell Wilson right now? Are they mad at him? Are they kind of spiteful? Are they mad at him?
You said Richard Sherman?
Richard Sherman.
You talking about from the
just
Seattle
a lot
days?
of those guys.
Or you talking about
what
are you doing right now?
Yeah, a lot of guys from those Seattle days. A lot of guys from the Seattle days, 2013, when they was winning the Super Bowl. A lot of those guys kind of like, I saw, I mean, there's a lot of like little comments here and there where they've been taking jabs. Marshawn Lynch. Why do you think they take jabs at Russell Wilson?
What was that?
Who got all the credit?
Russ.
But who was really the reason?
That Legion of Boom and that running game.
Okay, so all right, so they can mess around and do the same thing they did to Russell Wilson. To Brock Purdy, they did to Russell Wilson. But everything that's done in the dark comes to the light, right? So all this dark that's being put on that the San Francisco defense and offensive line, what Trent Williams was able to do to help that, you know, because I can't even say neutralize the pass rush, because when I saw Brock Purdy take a lot of snaps, he was running around with his chicken like a chicken with the head cut off, right?
Yeah.
I think that. So, I mean, they scored 19 points, and some of it was, you know, off that close field position.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is just the nature of the beast. You got a guy like Shady McCoy who, you know, he kind of like, you know, he'll kind of talk about Dak or whatever, but like LaShawn, like, I mean, it's just stuff like that. It's the reason why a guy like Kevin Cobb got paid more money than Shady McCoy. If I'm thinking back right, or I know there was some Eagles. I know there's a lot of backup quarterbacks who got paid, or just a lot of quarterbacks who got paid a lot more money than LaShawn McCoy. They didn't deserve it.
Let me ask you this question: do you believe in Dak Prescott as your quarterback?
Sure. And I say it like that because as a football fan, I'm watching the 49ers go to the NFC Championship with a 7th round pick. And so I think basically what I'm saying, my whole point, man, is we put so much onus on this quarterback position and we forget the 52. Well, I'll say the 21 other positions on the field, plus, you know, special teams or whatnot. Like, and I get it. The quarterback is the biggest entity. I get it. You need a quarterback, man. And I don't want us to sit up here and keep going down a rabbit hole if you know there's no end to it. But I mean, I think you have a better shot of putting a better team together before you sit up here and try to, like, I mean, I can't even trust this organization to I mean, the last couple franchise quarterbacks you ran up on, you lucked up into. When you actually try to go get you a franchise quarterback, you didn't do a real good job.
So you would say that the team that we had last night wasn't good enough?
I mean, you lost, so yeah, definitely wasn't good enough. Like, I think the offensive line you can make additions there. I just think you have a better opportunity to upgrade this team than try to sit up here and think you about to go find another franchise quarterback just because you want to. Just because you say, all right, now it's time for the next one. It don't work like that.
What positions do you think need to improve?
Man, I actually think, man, we're pretty close, man. I think we could improve, just get you something more dominant in the interior O line. I think for what you got from Tyler Smith, you see what a mid 20th pick. I mean, that's, you go through a lot of drafts and you find you a lot of good offensive linemen who come from the 20-something picks in the first round. And you know, I can't sit up here and act like I couldn't stand to upgrade from Connor McGovern or get younger at right tackle. I mean, not right tackle, you know, still eventually come back. But center or left guard, I think we can become more dominant there. I think we have some solid guys, but I mean, look at the Eagles. You know, they had a pretty solid rotation with Brandon Graham and Josh Sweat. They still would have got us Hassan Reddick, you know. So I think the more the merrier in some of these places. That you just gotta bring in more talent, man. You can get you a shutdown cornerback, you know, that could have helped you out last night.
Can I ask you this question real quick? Do you think Dak, with the team that we had going into San Francisco, do you think Dak underachieved or overachieved with it?
I guess we could say underachieved, because I feel like when you look at the game play, I think his role and what happened in that very game, I think had he just remained solid, you know what I mean? Like, I think we could have snuck out, could have took that win. But I don't think we were doing anything dominant on the offensive line. I don't think we were doing anything. You know, I didn't see George Kittle exactly being restricted. You know what I'm saying? The way Dalton Schultz was, whether that's a coaching philosophy or whether that's just the player himself. You know, I saw our defensive line give their quarterback in our estimates a little bit more fit.
You don't think our O-line had a good game?
They're all right, but I think, you know, Smith had a couple of penalties. Tyler. I mean, there's a lot of times I saw that pocket just kind of tightening up and compressing a little bit. And I think good sometimes just ain't good enough when you're facing great teams, you know? And I think when it comes to the roster at times, like, I was sitting back listening to a couple guys earlier, and it's just kind of what it takes, man. Like, you go into the season and you do everything you can, and you say, man, this should be good enough. This right here. But then when somebody else just pulls up with something greater, it just is what it is. I don't care how good you think it is. I don't care how much we sit up here and try to tell Dak to prove who you are. It's a fact that there's been teams that have won with just average quarterbacks. So even if like the biggest crime Dak has committed is just being an average quarterback, and what makes you average is, like, when you have great games, then you got to have a lot of bad games too, and those things got to kind of add up and then average out, right? Like, what makes you great is just consistently great. What's going to make me an A student is consistent A's, right? But if I'm an average student, it doesn't say that I can't have an A once in a while, but what's going to make me an average student is all them D's and F's. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that I'm a failing student. Like, Dak's not a failing quarterback. No one can ever say he's a failing quarterback. Like, he's last in the league as long as he's had Pro Bowls, the stats, couple playoffs. Like, he's not a bust, you know. He's not a Quincy Carter. You know what I mean? Like, we know failing quarterbacks. I can't call him a great quarterback, but there's not many. There's not many great quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, at any given rate, the odds of you having a great because we're trying to win with a great quarterback as a fan base. We're trying to sit up here and it's almost like trying to wait on the lottery ticket to come for you to get rich, versus like really put a business plan together to like go make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if we're gonna sit up here and wait on that lottery quarterback, I mean they only come out once every generation. And even those that are touted as the generational talent, they have their woes. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, I mean, Brady wasn't a generational talent. Aaron Rodgers, when he was coming out, he wasn't a generational talent, or else he wouldn't have slid as far as he slid. Pat Mahomes, you know, people looking at the Chiefs crazy when they went up to the 12th pick. Hindsight says shit, they should have went up to the first pick.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so this fan base is sitting around here waiting on the lottery ticket, and I think that's it's crazy. Like, put a business plan together, like, and like go get you an OC. Like, yeah, he needs all this. Yes, he needs all this around him. Because you're not gonna sit up here. I don't know what we're waiting on. I don't know who we're waiting on. I don't know, because as soon as we sit up here and mortgage the future, you're looking like San Francisco with Trey Lance. I mean, it don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. Like with all the people pointing out the problem, but no one has yet to like point the solution. If you're talking about just the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Like I can stand for us to get better. Like I can admit that there's better talents out there, but they're just not easy to come by. And you can't guarantee it. That's why the draft is a lottery. And so, I mean, we can go upgrade from Dak. If we can get a definite upgrade from Dak, I'm for it. I don't love the player, but I'm just trying to find the sense in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. I don't know the sense in it. I don't know what type of sense we're gonna make out of this. As a fan base, like give me a, you can't just give me a definite solution other than you got to have a better team. Plain and simple. We just haven't been able to put together that team in 28 years. Yeah, it happens. Chiefs did it for 50 years, And it sounds like excuses, and nobody wants to hear excuses. Everybody's mad because we lost, but I mean, I'm not saying, but I just don't quit your job before you have one lined up,
Yeah, I got you.
And I just don't. Unfortunately, I guess we can blow it up. That'd be the only thing. Just blow it up and let's just start shaking it all up until something sticks. But once something sticks, there's gonna be another problem.
Gotcha.
But I don't know, man. I just can't. I can't allow myself anymore, because then I'm gonna convince myself that Brock Purdy had a good game. You know what I'm saying? If I focus too much on the quarterbacks, like I'm gonna convince myself that Brock Purdy was just out there, like it's good. There's a front man. They're the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna talk about the backup or the pyrotechnician that made all the effects happen. Yeah, nobody talks about the rest of the crew when it comes to the full production. They're just gonna talk about the star of the show.
Yeah.
And so, Dak, he's the star of the show. He's the QB. We're gonna beat him up, rightfully so, drag him through the mud. He gets the glory. He's gonna get the blame. That's just the name of it. Especially since he's the Cowboys quarterback. I think he came out and he said he has to do better. That's just the best answer you can give him, man. You got to do better just because you're going to take the blame.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, like, I don't think it's just rational. I think other teams are doing rational things, like the Eagles going out and just signing every free agent when they knew they didn't have the greatest quarterback in the league. And now he's in MVP conversations. Imagine that.
Got you.
So, yeah, man. But that's pretty much my thoughts on it, man. The Niners there with Brock Purdy, man, and we still sitting up here talking about quarterbacks.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate the call, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all be good, bro.
All right, have a good one.
All right.
All right. I need a new prescription. Need a new prescription, man. Yeah, man. Hey. Hey. They wanted me to go under the knife for it. I said, nah, man. I'll be squinting for my life. So they gave me these little things. I was supposed to get some stronger ones though, man. As soon as I get back to California, I gotta go get it. I seen a couple was trying to call. Go ahead and try to call again. I seen a 323 or a 972. Go ahead and get you a call. Let me see. But yeah, man. I mean, shoot, man. Shoot, with Dak Prescott, man, it's like you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta get this man a all-star team on 11 spots on an offensive line. Everybody got to be a Hall of Famer. You got to have 3 wide receivers that. Oh, go ahead, call again. Go ahead, call again. Go ahead, call again. It hung up. Try it again. Try it again. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think you just hung up or something like that. Go ahead, try again. What is it? The 323. But yeah, man. Shit, like you gotta get that man a Hall of Fame. When we was decent. Here we go. Oh, it keep hanging up. Hold up, let me try something. Let me see something. Try again. Dak is the reason. Dak. Yeah. He ain't a fight for Amari. He ain't fight for Amari either. He ain't fight for Amari either. Yeah. We be giving this man. We done gave this man an 88. We gave him a Cole Beasley. He had a little Witten. 5-3, huh? Yeah, line's open though. Line's open. Yeah, shoot. He done had Cole, Dez, Witten, Schultz, CD, Amari, Gallup, Ty. Then gave him another, you know what I mean? Even, I just look at, like Lamar, right? Right? People want to call Lamar a running quarterback. They want to pretty much classify him with Jalen Hurts, right? But I believe Lamar is a better passer than Jalen Hurts. But Lamar, when has Lamar ever really had weapons, right? The most he ever had was the 2 tight ends, man, with Mark Andrews and what's his name, man? Hurst, that's on the Bengals. There we go. Finally got you in. Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I'm like, dang, can't no Niners fans get through? We can't get through on the chat, man. We can't chop it up, man.
What's going on?
Hey, yeah, just my perspective though, man. Y'all kind of beat yourselves. You speaking from a Niners point of view, you feel me? Like that was y'all game to win. Like Dak was the more experienced quarterback. It's crazy, bro, because how Brock Purdy got more playoff wins in 7 games than Dak got in 7 years.
Is this dollars?
Yeah, this dollars a drink.
What's going on, man?
Yeah.
That voice sound familiar, man.
I was highly impressed today, though. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, minus Dak and the shit he was doing, but that defense was tenacious. You feel me? And I don't know, man. We kind of playing with the house's money, so I thought that was y'all game to win, especially considering what happened last year.
It was supposed to, man. It definitely was supposed to.
But yeah, you know, to whom much is given, much is asked. And the Cowboys gave that boy that money, and this nigga's out making commercials and just some other shit, man. You need to get back in the lab. Like I don't understand. Like y'all got a hell of a team, but yeah, Dak gotta take that.
That's facts.
So we want to know your perspective, though. What you think y'all need to do, though, man? Because shit, like the other dude was saying, like all these, you know, elite quarterbacks, they are hard to come by, though. It ain't too many Burrows that just come in the league and just take the league by storm. No Patrick Mahomes like that, you know. So shit, I don't know if it's our OC or what or shit, but
yeah,
28 years, that's a long.
It's like you know we understand that, you know, Dak ain't on the level of a Burrow or a Peyton, you know, so that's why we go ahead and give him the weapons that he do. But you would think that a quarterback who's sufficient enough will be able to go ahead and at least be able to spread their ball to the weapons and get the job done. You know, even with the weapons, that we ain't asking them to be Superman, right? We ain't asking them to be Joe Burrow. We just say, yo, take care of the football and make the throws when necessary and use your legs. I don't know why this man think he a pocket quarterback, man. You know, one thing that he had success with at Mississippi State was using his legs, man. But for some reason, a man who can't process the field that gets rattled when bodies come flying past him, all of a sudden he's still like he want to prove to the world that he a pocket quarterback, man. Man, he need to get like these other quarterbacks, because even Burrow runs. You know, you got these less athletic quarterbacks that'll go ahead and take off when necessary. But it's like we got to go ahead and pull an arm and a leg just for Dak to go ahead and scramble to go get that first down.
Hey, Josh Allen, he'll take off quick as fuck too. But what I was about to say, Pollard going down hurt y'all too, bro. You feel me? Like you'll never like to see no player on no team get hurt, but Pollard going down hurt y'all because Zeke is he's a shell of his former self for real. That nigga's like an unathletic tight end out there or something, man.
I'm gonna have to since you on the line. Hey, I was real dirty with that hit though. That was real dirty though.
Oh, you know
that
what?
Tony Pollard. That looked real dirty.
Speaking of hits, when what's the dude's name? Diggs. When Kittle caught the pass, juggling the ball across the middle, Diggs went for the big hit instead of going making a play on the ball, or at least stopping him from catching it or something. It was shit like that too. Like y'all being undisciplined in certain situations that really fucked it up. Because it was a hell of a defensive game on both sides. But you know, Dak with them 2 turnovers, and then there was a couple penalties and shit that y'all had. That kind of like determined the game, but. Yeah, I mean, I just spoke on that since you said hit. I'm thinking of that hit when Diggs tried to hit Kittle instead of making a play. When Diggs dropped the pick on the other side of the field, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The shit like that, man. That kind of affected the game.
Just the little things make a difference.
Yeah, shit. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just tap in with you real quick. I ain't gonna be on the line too long, but yeah, that's just my synopsis of it, though.
Dak Prescott got to take that, man. You feel me? And like somebody said in the chat, man, quit making excuses for him.
Yeah.
It ain't no way that he down to our third quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant. You feel me? The last pick in the draft, and we on our way to the NFC Championship. The third time in 4 years, not to rub it in or nothing, but that's kind of crazy, bro. Y'all got these players with this big money. You feel me? CD Lamb's the real number one. I be telling people, my Niners, we don't have a real number one receiver. We got Debo, who's probably the most explosive offensive weapon. We picked up CMC. IU has the potential to be a true number one, but he ain't where CD Lamb is. CD Lamb came to play yesterday. Mm-hmm. I think that boy was hella disappointed with the outcome and the effort from some of the offense.
Mm. Yeah.
Y'all O-line played good. The other caller, he said something about the O-line. Nah, bro, none of that. No. Oh, hell no. Everything kind of canceled each other out. It was Dak Prescott, 7-year veteran, and Brock Purdy, who played 7 games, and yeah, he threw for less passing yards than that boy. That's crazy. He got to own up to that. Yeah. Ain't no more, I got to be better and all that. Man, get in the lab, bro.
Right.
I had to tap in with you because a lot of y'all fans, man, what's going on with y'all fans, though? They burning jerseys and shit, man. That shit is crazy.
You said what?
I said, y'all fans, they all online with their reaction. They breaking TVs. They burning jerseys, all type of shit, man.
Man, hey, that's what Dak Prescott to do to you, huh?
Hey, let me ask you this, though. Do you think Mike McCarthy is the answer? Because, I mean, I don't know if he really got the personality to coach in Dallas. You know, Jerry Jones being y'all shit a lot, too. He basically want to be the coach, the owner and the coach. So it's kind of hard, make it hard for the coach to do his thing. But I don't know if Mike McCarthy really got that type of persona to really go in and be like, you know, this is the formula. Yeah. I'm a proven winner. I mean, which he is the winner, but I don't know if he got it to where he could really put his foot down, maybe against Jerry.
Here where I am with Mike, right? So here where I'm at with, so Mike, like I said, this ain't Mike's fault, right? Because I think Mike was dealing with some cards, man, that probably was out of his control, because I don't think that he wanted to kill him more. But Mike a good coach. So if Mike came back, I wouldn't be mad. But if Mike was gone, I wouldn't be mad at either, you know? So it just is what it is. But most likely, after this result, I don't see him coming back, right? I see another head coach, you know, because, you know, he was on the hot seat, right? And it's all about results, right? And we were supposed to, you know, hey, you knew what type of quarterback that you had with that, and you knew that he needed some assistance. So you know what I mean? Hey, even though a lot of it on Dak, him personally, you know, there's certain things they just, it's out of his control. Like, yo, you just got to see that on the field, and you got to make the right play, right? I can only coach you so much, right? So whatever I call, you need to go ahead and execute. But hey, you know, I like Mike. You know, I personally like Mike, but like I said, if they go another direction, it is what it is. You know, I accept it.
Right. Well, shit, you know, I don't know, man. I just, you know, tap in with you to get my perspective. Like I say, though, man, it's always next year, though, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate you calling. Hey, you know, hey, that double up coming soon, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
So whatever you want, you got it.
I bet. Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Been for 10 years, the same shit that was going on. Yeah, I like Mike. You know, like I don't think Mike was the problem. You know, because we know we've been getting dogged by Mike. You know, so we know about the Mike McCarthy whoopings, right? You know, and Mike got it done, right? You see, Mike know what it is to have a quarterback. You know, and sometimes, hey, let me go ahead and override this call. Hey, he know when I'm gonna make this play. Right? He may only got one though, but Mike was always, you know, in the running, you know, getting to the division or the NFC championship game. Got to the Super Bowl. You know, Mike was always in the running, right? And we know winning the Super Bowl is hard. And you know that, see, a team like this, that what we had built, don't always come like that, right? Like he had good enough, bro, you had TP. You had Zeke, right? See, even though Zeke may have lost the step, bro, Zeke should have had 20 carries yesterday. Zeke is still a viable wide receiver out the backfield. You should have used Zeke a lot more. Zeke can go ahead and still get open. I remember, what was it, against Detroit? I'm looking at Zeke. Go ahead. They said, somebody says, I believe I heard a content creator about Zeke can't catch downfield. Man, I remember Zeke cradling on the side. I think it was against Detroit for to clinch the game. You know, I'm looking at that. You know, you got Dalton Schultz, you got Ferguson, you got CD, you got TY. You know, regardless of Michael Gallup, you got Gallup, and I guess you could throw it a little bit to Noah Brown. You got weapons, and then you got your legs, Dak. So it's just like what we had on offense was good enough to get it done. It was good enough to at least get us to the NFC Championship game at minimum. At minimum, regardless of what the outcome was going to be in the NFC Championship, we were supposed to get there, because there's no way that we should have lost to Brock Purdy, right? You know, because like I said in the film session, as you will see, Brock Purdy, he predictable. When he scrambled, what did he do? Always go left. He was always going left, right? Everything he doing, sometimes he just throw it up for grabs. But the Seattle and us, we didn't take advantage of the opportunity to go ahead and capitalize on that, you know? And when you miss opportunities and you don't execute, you find yourself in a losing position. And that's what happened with the Cowboys, right? Like I said, the defense gave him Dak Prescott a chance, you know? And I expect my $40 million quarterback, right? Even though we know who Dak is, right? We know who Dak Prescott is, right? But if I pay you $40 million, I want a $40 million result. And to be honest with you, Dak is only worth like 20 mil. Right? He's only worth at least half of what he get, right? Whatever the market was for Kirk Cousins, it should be around that or lower. It's like, how am I going to pay a quarterback $40 million to be a game manager? That absolutely doesn't make any sense whatsoever, to pay a quarterback that top. You paid him like he's one of the best, right? We know the cap is going to raise, but he getting money, and his salary is going to raise. You paid him to be like one of the best. You paid him like a top 10 quarterback, but yet you don't get top 10 quarterback results. That's the issue. You're not getting an ROI on that. You're not getting a return on your investment. I just got an alert. Cowboys running back Zeke says that he's willing to take a pay cut if necessary. Elliott is making 10.9. I like that, Zeke. See, look, like I said, I understand that Zeke is not what he was, but I like Zeke, man. You know, like that third, like Zeke is gonna get them short yardage. Zeke, that third down, man, that was beautiful, man. You know, I understand that. See, Zeke is a complete running back that just lost a step, right? You know, I was expecting Zeke to go ahead, and I was expecting him to pound the ball with Zeke, right? If this was going to be his last year, then we were supposed to go out, you know what I'm saying, with Zeke running the ball, right? That's what Dak Prescott had his best seasons anyway, when Zeke was going ahead and pounding that ball. When he first came on the scene, what was we doing? Running the ball, right? Our defense was trash, but what was we doing? We was running the ball, which made Dak Prescott look good. So if you know that your quarterback can't get it done like that, right? You don't want the ball in his hands. You don't want him throwing 40 to 50 times. Then you got to run the ball. And Zeke only had 10 carries, and I think we only ran the ball 22 times. How we ran the ball 22 times? We've been running the ball 30 plus pretty much every game. I don't even remember if we ever had a game that ran 20 times. I don't even think we even had a game. And then so in one of the biggest games of the year, we ran the ball 20 times. Dak Prescott, did you check out of some of that? I believe he did. I believe he did. Yeah, I like our line. Our line was doing a thing, you know, like people will see people were scared of Bosa. I wasn't. I said, yo, Tyler may give up a player or two, you know, kind of he just got to adjust and he gonna sink in. And what do we do? He sinked in, right? You see, one thing that we got with this offensive line, right? You got mobile offensive line, but you got a mauler right there, right? I believe that Tyler Smith should be at guard, And I ain't because I like what Let's Go at tackle, right? I like what Let's Go, right? And and as T-Dub just said, right, that zone, you got with Let's Go, you got Tyler Smith at guard, and then you got them pulling with Biotish, and then Martin, and then with Terrence Steele. Come on, man. You see, so pretty much the way that the 49ers run the football with all that misdirection, zone scheme, and all that lateral stuff, and you know what I mean, getting to the perimeter, that's how probably we should have ran a lot of the time. Because when we did that against Tampa, right? When we were doing it with Tony Pollard against Tampa, it worked, right? We couldn't run inside with them big boys. Yeah, we could have had more success running inside with Zeke and them. We probably should have stuck with that more. How are we going to talk about running the football and sticking with the football and sticking to the plan, but we don't stick with the plan? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. And the thing about it is, if they bring back, if they bring back Zeke, that's for Dak. As much as I love Zeke, I wouldn't trip if they got rid of him. I wouldn't even trip if we had a whole new backfield. I wouldn't trip. Right? I ain't gonna lie, like in the off season, I already said that we didn't need Gallup, right? And just think if we would have allocated that money somewhere else, we probably could have, you know what I mean? Maybe could have went on ahead and made that trade for a young wide receiver over there with the Jets, like an Elijah Moore or Denzel Mims, right? If we was gonna do all that, get some youth, because they could have definitely did a lot more than what Gallup did. Like, there's no reason why I pay my wide receiver though. I don't care if you on one leg, bro. People will keep talking about, oh, he's like 1A and 1B. Okay, so if he's 1A and 1B, even if you're not all the way right, bro, what makes you think it's cool to come out with 0 catches? 0 catches, man. Tita, I'm thinking the same thing. And that's what the caller said earlier. That Jerry want to go ahead and play that buddy thing, man. He want to have this loving, forgiving heart, and you family, bro. It's a business, bro. Winning is a business, right? When you want to win, you got to make the tough decisions, right? One thing I see with Baltimore, they make them tough decisions, right? They even giving Lamar Jackson a hard time. Lamar Jackson probably won a number that they don't feel that he worked, and they'll probably go ahead and try to make a deal and go ahead and go elsewhere, right? Pittsburgh, what they do? No matter what, they always fill in. Oh, Le'Veon, you want a trip? Cool. Bye. Antonio Brown, you know what I mean? We love you when you do. Bye. Yeah, we held on the bend because you got some sentimental value to Pittsburgh. But one thing for sure, we gritty, we tough, and the next man up. Shoot. Maybe they need to go ahead. Shoot, they ain't the first pick. See, man, if we can go ahead and give a couple first-round picks to go ahead and get Mike Tomlin. Go get Mike Tomlin, Shoot. Yeah. Yeah. So looking at these free agents, right? So I'm gonna name them. Let me see. I just took a screenshot earlier. So the free agents has said on the offense, we got Cooper Rush, Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, Dalton Schultz, T.Y., Noah Brown, Steele, Peters, McGovern, and Alec Lindstrom. Who you guys keeping? I would think that, for me, I would do this. I would go Cooper Rush, of course, Terrence Steele, probably McGovern, if it come at a cool price. If not, I'll go ahead and draft, But we're going to lose a lot of that. I'm pretty sure somebody going to go ahead and give Tony Pollard a fatter contract, especially with that injury that he coming off of. Yeah, man, Tony Pollard gonna want to secure the bag, and I don't think they're gonna mess around and pay another running back. You know, especially that running backs on second contract don't always, it don't always go the right plan. But yeah, I'm bringing Cooper Rush back. Ty, yeah, maybe. If you can't get nothing else, yeah, Ty. I like Ty, but can you use Ty though? Noah Brown, he might have ran his course. And like I said, Terrence Steele for me, Jason Peters, he can go. And Connor McGovern, I would think about it, like, because then you got to think about, right, Zach Martin, you got to think about the future with Zach Martin, right? He could possibly, be on the way out soon. Don't know how long, but he could possibly be out coming up. So look on defense. We got Leighton, Barr, Gifford, Anthony Brown, CJ Goodwin, Mullen, Fowler, Hankins, Watkins, Donovan Wilson, Wanye Thomas. Out of that, I'm bringing Hankins back. I'm bringing Donovan Wilson back. Man, maybe Carlos Watkins, maybe. That's about it, bro. Because Fowler, bro, I expected more from Fowler. I ain't even going to lie. I expected more, but as Fowler can come cheap, maybe. Leighton, see, this is the thing with Leighton, right? Leighton would be a Hall of Fame linebacker if he was tougher inside them tackles. Leighton, to me, Leighton got back to the Leighton his rookie year, but this was always going to be what Leighton was going to be, though, right? Leighton wasn't going to be tough inside them tackles. This was always what Leighton was going to be, just like this. He was always just going to be like this, right? And I believe we got the most out of Leighton. See, the thing about Leighton is the reason why I kind of wouldn't bring him to a long-term contract unless because of the neck. The neck really set him back a couple years, right? And he just now kind of getting back into form, right? Using that speed and everything. But man, if Leighton was a cold middle linebacker that can go in between them tackles and that didn't have that neck injury, oh yeah, Leighton for sure. You got to bring him back. But it looks like I believe that we're gonna I believe we're not bringing a lot of these boys back. I'm not bringing Barr back. I'm not bringing Gifford back. Why bring Gifford back when you got the other LSU linebacker and the Oklahoma State linebacker get ready to come back, right? And we need to figure out what we're gonna do with Cox, right? Is Cox that guy or what? Because Cox should have had a role this year, man. You need to figure out. So if Cox ain't good enough, then you need to go ahead and get you another one. Yeah. That if Leighton didn't have the neck, I probably would bring him back. But just because off the neck alone, nah. Yeah, Anthony Brown, go ahead, let him go. Bring somebody else in. Because we're gonna have to allocate. See, one thing for sure, what really hurting us right now, too, at corner, is that Kelvin Joseph didn't pan out to be what he was supposed to be. Right? See, if Kelvin Joseph would have panned out to be what he was supposed to be with Bland, things would probably be looking up with corner, right? But now it's like, okay, so all we know is we got Diggs and we got Bland. That's all we know that we got, right? Deshaun Wright, I'll give him Deshaun Wright another year, though, because I understand that he was more of a developmental player. And I understand that Kelvin Joseph should have been something that in his second year he took off, but he didn't take off, right? So it's just he got things going on outside of football that I don't want to deal with. I'll be honest with you, right? Deshaun, I'll be patient with Deshaun in one more year. I can even bring him back and see if he could play a role as a fourth corner next year, right? And that'll be cheaper for us, right? Specialists, they got Jake McQuaid, Meyer, and Matt Overton. Meyer, no. McQuaid, if he's recovered, yes, I'll bring him back, because that long snapper is important. But if not, hey, I'll take Overton. I'll take one of them back because Overton did an excellent job. We're not talking about that, how many missed little things, right? So he did an excellent job filling in. But yeah, so a lot of these free agents, this team, to me, is going to look incredibly different. I'm a little disappointed in Mullen, man. I believed in Mullen. I thought Mullen was going to be able to get a little something, man. That I ain't gonna lie, that kind of hurt me, y'all. I like way believed in Trayvon Mullen, man. I like way believed in him, but I guess it just wasn't that, But Yeah, man, this team is gonna look totally different. Totally different. And then you probably might have to accept the fact that Tolbert, Tolbert might not be that guy, right? You know, look, this team, the majority of the time, right, is good in drafting, right? But man, if this team is gonna bounce back, then you're gonna have to mess around and be good at free agency and trade. You're gonna have to be good, right? I like the way that Israel Mukwamo came along. Hey, if he gonna be that kind of, corner safety, kind of like a Byron Jones, I can take that. I like that. That's just another cover guy, right? And that's crucial. We need that, right? So I love how that he came along toward the end of the season. That was huge. So that maybe might make up for the Kelvin Joseph situation. All depends what they're gonna do with him permanently. So I don't know, right? Because I know that when Kurt's contract up, I believe he got one more year. I believe when his contract up, I don't believe he's coming back. I don't think he's coming back, right? I think it's going to be out of Israel and Marquise Bell. I believe that them the replacements for Kurtz, right? So yeah, man. Last time the Cowboys out of cover was Troy Aikman. Well, we gonna need our Troy Aikman, man. If we even got Troy Aikman out of Dak, man, everything would be everything, man. I seen somebody talking about Dak was gonna be one of the best quarterbacks in Cowboy history, man. He done lost your ever-loving mind, right? See, we're not gonna apologize for Dak up over here, man. Because look, we see the cool thing about it is, including our callers, we understand that Dak Prescott wasn't a top 5 and elite status quarterback. We understand that. We understood that. However, I don't believe a lot of us, especially over here on this channel, I don't believe a lot of us had elite expectations. We just say, yo, Dak Prescott, don't turn the ball over, take care of the football, and make plays when needed. And if we could do that, then we could have went far, right? But Dak can't even do that because I don't think Dak can read the defense. I'll be real. And when I see Dak Prescott in the pocket, I see him get rattled. When I see bodies be going ahead and flying past him and bodies be kind of pushing the face, I see him tense up. I see him tighten up. I see him panic a little bit. And then when he does that, then that's when the errant throws come. That's when he be off downfield. That's when he'll underthrow it, overthrow it. That's when he starts staring at the receiver. I seen Michael Gallup. That man was out there. That man stared there the whole time. He stared there the whole time. Look, it's like this, right? It's like this. Okay, Dak. We know you not trash, but you trash, right? We know you not trash, but you trash. And this is what I mean, right? We know that there's worse quarterbacks than you in the NFL right now. We understand that, right? But you're a middle of the pack quarterback, right? And for the middle of my pack quarterback, if I see the 49ers getting through with Brock Purdy and get to the NFC Championship, then they got to the NFC Championship with Jimmy Garoppolo, then why the heck did we can't get to the NFC Championship with Dak Prescott? And Dak Prescott is better than both of them. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And Dak Prescott, once again, has to be held accountable and has to go ahead and take the blame for both of these playoff losses, man. Back-to-back years, man. See, last year we was talking about Dak Prescott needed to go ahead and perform better in the playoffs. And this year we're talking about Dak Prescott. See, people gonna try to go ahead and undercut things and talking about Tom Brady. Oh, I don't care he beat Tom Brady, right? That doesn't matter. We should be getting ready for a showdown with Philly for the 3rd time. That should have been a given, but it's not. So, like y'all said, I agree too. Yo, Dak need to get with somebody. He need to call Drew Brees up, Romo up, see if Aikman will work with him. He need to call one of these quarterbacks who can see the field great, right? And really just, he need to go spend the night at their house. He need to do something. He need to get away from everybody and just get to work. Right? Just like that A student C student analogy, right? So what? So I mean, if you make C's, right? That means you a C student. That means you average, right? So that means you put an average in work in, right? But them A students, though, what they do that extra study and they put that extra work in, right? Sometimes they just that good and they don't need to study because they just that good, right? And that's probably like Joe Burrow, right? But then sometimes you got to work a little bit extra harder because you can get a better grade if you put in a little more work and work extra hard, right? And Dak Prescott, it seems like he's complacent with what he does. He got complacent, and they talk about, oh, he can read it. No, he's complacent. You talk about all this, how much you want it and how you want to win. Bro, I have seen nothing in these past 3 to 4 years that entails anything with Dak Prescott getting better. I've seen nothing. I've just seen the same Dak Prescott. And it's frustrating when I see these other quarterbacks do more than my quarterback. And they're not even better, right? Of course you're going to get the what you call it. The people going to talk about Allen and Herbert, but we know why they talk about Herbert, right? We know why they talk about them, right? But Dak Prescott, you're Dak Prescott, right? Like, I just don't understand it, man. You know, I just don't understand how we not read option it a lot more, how he's not making improvised runs a lot more, right? Hey, if Dak Prescott got to run the ball 10 times, it's so be it. If you got to run the ball 10 times a game, it's so be it. You see, the Eagles didn't care. The Eagles messed around and gave Jalen Hurts 15 to 20 carries a game. And then where are they at? They're in the NFC Championship. Probably get ready to go to the bowl with a running back at quarterback. But you have a better passer. We talk about how Dak Prescott is better than Jalen Hurts. Then what's up with this? So this is what's going to have to happen. If they can pull this off, they're going to have to find some cheap young guys on defense to fill in these holes. Somebody going to have to take a couple people going to have to take some pay cuts. We know Dak ain't taking a pay cut. Zeke going to take a pay cut. You're going to have to, the draft is probably going to be crucial. For agency, you might not see too much. But these young guys that came in, you're going to be relying on a lot of them. You're going to be relying on Israel next year. You're probably going to be relying on Nashawn. And you're probably, since with the cap, you might be giving Kelvin Joseph one more shot. Right? We blessed to have Hooker one more year. Right? But, hey, with this cap, you might be without Donovan Wilson. I don't know. Donovan Wilson about to get paid somewhere. Is we going to match that contract? I don't think we are. And we know what Donovan Wilson meant to this team. We know what he meant with this team. And you might not be able to bring him back because of your cap situation. Because you got to think about it, right? You got to pay Diggs soon. You got to pay Parsons soon. You got to figure out what you're going to do with Tank. Right? You're gonna have to get, maybe if you can get, maybe if the Oklahoma State and the Cox can step up, maybe you don't have to go get linebackers. Maybe you can stay cheap and get on a cheap contract for the next couple years and help out the cap some. If the linebackers can come in cheap, and if the Oklahoma State linebacker can go ahead and fill in, then that's cool. The more guys that we got on this team that step in and fill roles that's gonna be relieved, the better for us. Right? But then you got to think about it like this. Now you're paying Gallup. You're gonna have to pay Terrence Steele. You gotta pay Terrence Steele, bro. You gotta pay Terrence Steele. That should be probably your top priority. You got to have that tackle. Gotta have that tackle. That should be one of your top priorities this offseason. Right? Tyron might have played his last game. And it sucks, man. It sucks that Tyron, Zach Martin, them been through all this torture. Can't win. Zeke, man, been a warrior for us, man. Them played through all kind of torn quads, knee injuries, been battered, been bruised, fought, and he got to go through this. See, Parsons ain't paid his dues yet. Nobody feel for Parsons yet. You ain't paid your dues yet, right? Even Tank, man, you know, the way that Tank played, because Tank had a heck of a game. I'm like, man, you know, Tank just won. Tank, and you could tell Tank felt like this might have been our year. Then we came up short. Yeah, I agree, T-Dub. I agree. It's gonna have to come cheap too, though. Gonna have to come cheap, hopefully. Gonna have to find the whole thing about it, you're gonna have to find you a cheap veteran, probably. Gonna have to find you a cheap veteran. That's what they're gonna have to fill it with, a cheap veteran. I don't think they go to draft route with this one. They got to go cheap veteran or they trade for something, right? If you got Dan Quinn, we can work miracles, right? Because I don't understand why Sam Williams wasn't even. I don't understand why Sam Williams didn't play more, right? And then you made allocated resources. You allocated resources to Dorrance Armstrong. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think we needed to do that. But we did, though. But we did. I thought that we could have got cheaper. I thought you could have, you know what I mean? We could have did something else with it, right? You might have could have put Golston. I think we can use Golston as a Tyron Crawford situation and have Golston at base in and then have Golston rush in on third down, right? This defense, especially with the cap, we could use a Tyron Crawford situation that can play both spots, you know, and for cheap too. If Golston can give us that, that's going to help tremendously. See, that loyalty thing with Jerry Jones paying Dorrance and all them, right? Because you got to pay CD too. You got to pick and choose who you pay, right? Baltimore does that good. They pick and choose who they pay. They'll be quick to go. You know what I mean? Patriots, they pick and choose who they play. Who they pay. Right? But we could say all this and all this. But one thing that we have noticed and that we have seen is quarterbacks win a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow will probably win the Super Bowl, quarterback. Tom Brady, all them Super Bowls, real quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback. The Rams allocated resources to bring in Matt Stafford. He won them a Super Bowl. Quarterback. So we could talk all this of how we need to fill in the team. And quite frankly, we should be able to do more with less, right? Dak should be able to do more with less, but unfortunately, he can't. So, the best bet, right? Because I believe this offense, for the most part, can stay together, right? Because all you need to do is probably add you another wide receiver or two. You probably draft one. Draft you a real one. Draft you somebody that's cold. That's a cold route runner. Or go trade for. You need a cold route runner. That's what you need. You need a Hunter Renfro, Cole Beasley, Edelman, Amendola. You need that type in this offense if Dak Prescott is going to go ahead and be your quarterback, y'all. That's what you need, man. That's exactly what you need. So that should be a slot wide receiver that can work short spaces. Hyatt from Tennessee. They going to, right? Ain't that Tennessee quarterback that got hurt? Ain't he coming out? I didn't watch him too much though, but I seen he was doing pretty decent. You know, we got to start studying, man, for the draft, man. Unfortunately, you know. So, damn, man, we gonna be talking drafts, bro. We should be talking draft, man. Damn. But yeah, man, like, see, the cool thing about it is the number one thing that we're gonna have to do, y'all. I think if we keep Dan Quinn, we can go ahead and allocate everything else either cheaply, and then go ahead and understand that, okay, we need to throw a little bit, maybe a couple, maybe make some tweaks here on offense real quick, get another offensive coordinator, get a nice little slot receiver. Noah Brown probably gone, right? So I'm sorry, bro. Noah Brown, I love Noah Brown. I love his blocking. I love his willingness on special teams. But bro, you need real wide receivers, though, man. Noah Brown as a wide receiver, bro. That's not. He's a dirty work guy, bro. We don't need dirty work guys. We need playmakers on this team. So you need 4-5 that can go ahead and pass catch. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be deep, right? They don't have to be number one wide receivers, but they're gonna have to be deep. Both their wideouts coming out. Yeah, but with the cap, unless some people gonna be taking pay, you're gonna have to, because we gotta pay. Cause Michael Parsons, man, that contract alone gonna be vicious, boy. So probably by next year, after this season, you're gonna have to pay him something fat, right? And then Dak Prescott, he gonna be damn near making $50 million on top of the Michael Parsons contract, then on top of the Diggs. Whoo, boy, them resources like a mug right there, man. Oh, that'll be good, right? Ferguson. I don't know if Ferguson can be something like that. I've seen good things though, but I don't know if I don't know if that's his ceiling. But if you can get you a Kelsey, right, with the Falcons, if you can go get the Falcons, I've seen the Falcons tired of they tight end already. All he just needs sometimes they just need a new scenery, right? Sometimes tight end is, or you can go ahead and get you a big old wide receiver, throw him in at tight end. And there's a good mismatch right there. That's all the tight ends is anyway. That's all Waller is anyway. Waller is a big old wide receiver that they put in that tight end, and he's a mismatch when used correctly. Yeah, Pitts, yep. You need somebody that can create mismatch, man, in clutch situations, right? We love CD, but they're gonna keep putting the attention to CD. CD needs somebody. CD ain't gonna get the credit that he should get, because CD been doing this alone the whole year. He didn't have his quarterback. Then when he got his quarterback, others don't step up, or they don't use him, or they know they ain't gonna use him. He's been doing this the whole year. Got to get some help around that offense, man. If that gonna be your quarterback, the number one priority is building up this offense. Right? You're probably gonna take some hits on his defense. You're probably gonna lose some players that you don't want to lose. But the number one priority, man, so we won't go through this again, or at least try not to go through this again, or do your best, even though we ain't got no faith in who throwing a rock. You got to give number 4 the best opportunity, and you need to put weapons galore around him, right? You need to get if you're not going to bring TP back, you need to go rock that Texas running back, right? If Zeke ain't coming back, go get Robinson from the Jets or something, right? Get them young running backs, man, who got that juice, man, who ready to go. And then get you them, and then go get you a slot wide receiver, right? I'm pretty sure the tight ends that we got right now, they're coming in. That's who it's gonna be, right? Them your tight ends, right? Hendershot, Ferguson, them your 2 tight ends right there. I agree. Waste the pick. We'll love a burner, right? I believe. See, this is gonna be interesting. Kellen Moore probably about to get a head coach position though, so you're going to have to get your offensive coordinator. You see, the one thing that I know, if Dan Quinn was to be your coach, right? See, Dan Quinn's smart. Dan Quinn, like, I'm a defensive guy. But he knew to bring in Shanahan. Shanahan is an excellent offensive coordinator. So he know, like, all right, I need somebody that I can just trust that can call these plays. So if Dan Quinn is your coach, you know that Kellen Moore is probably not going to be here, and he's going to find somebody that he can trust. And if Kellen Moore is still here, then you know why he's here. Because it ain't Dan Quinn. Because I know for sure Dan Quinn don't want that boy. I know that. I know that. Mooney, yeah, Mooney. I'll take Mooney. Throw him in at your third. Mooney in the third wide receiver role would be nice. Yeah, Mooney in the third. I believe Mooney will get open. Right? We gonna see y'all. Right? Mike probably not coming back. I don't think he coming back, y'all. I think he gone. To be honest, I think Mike tired of Jerry, Mike was too jolly. Mike been too jolly on 105.3 The Fan, man. I think he knows something. I think Mike know that, hey, my Dallas time is gonna be up. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy this team. And when it's up, I know I'm gonna be a head coach somewhere. And somebody waiting on Mike right now. The coach may be waiting on Mike. Somebody waiting on Mike. Mike gonna get a job because Mike did a good job. So he gonna get a job. He gonna bring that championship experience. And some of your coaches probably gonna be gone. Al Harris, I don't know. He might be gone. And if say for instance, if Dan Quinn was the goal, you might need to appoint George Edwards as your D coordinator. You might need to appoint him as your D coordinator if he was the go. Shit, you're gonna have to get you another quarterback coach and see if we can get this man. Shit, you might need to go bring Greg Roman in here, huh? You might need to. That's the best way that you're gonna get this man to run the ball the way he should. You might have to bring Greg Roman up in his piece. You might have to bring Greg Roman in his piece. I'd rather keep Dan Quinn because I know if we keep Dan Quinn, I know this defense will be intact the best way that it can. And then, even though I think Dan Quinn is a better a defensive coordinator than head coach, I would just take that, right? Because one thing I did a lie. Micah has said, make some inference that, hey, if Dan Quinn was the goal, he wouldn't respond too well to that. So that's why I'm thinking that Dan Quinn might be the head coach. And I know Dan Quinn will mess around and, hey, I know he'll bring in a staff that can do the best that they can and that can try to do what they can with Dak Prescott. So just off of not losing Dan Quinn, I would make him my head coach, right? Because this team need a dose of Dan Quinn at least 3 more years. At least 3 more years, this team need a dose of Dan Quinn. Right. And then from what I say, I think the Broncos double dipped on an interview with the Broncos with Sean Payton. So it looked like that's where it's gonna go right there. So that's out for Dan. The Colts, I mean, I can see it, but I don't see it. Especially with no quarterback. I don't see it. Yeah, but I think just by default and not losing Dan Quinn, I think he got to be your coach. I think you got to keep him. You got to keep him because the defense will stay intact. I don't know if it'll ever be like this. Hopefully they'll improve the interior run. Hopefully, they might go get a 3-tech and they might got to sacrifice corner another year and go get them some more D-line help that can rush in the interior. I love Osa. But hey, if Osa had to be a sacrificial lamb to go get you a bad boy at D tackle, then I'll take it. I'm just about winning, man. And I understand that I got to make the hard decisions, right? I love Osa, but Osa just a good run stuffer, right? And he can make splash plays in the passing game at times. But what this team is missing, especially if it's just going to be Sam Williams, Michael Parsons, and maybe Law, especially with that and Dorrance Armstrong, you're going to need somebody in the inside that can do it. What did the Rams have, right? They had Aaron Donald, Vaughn, and then Floyd, right? They had outside, inside. And you got the outside, right? As long as you got Law, you got Sam, and you got Parsons. You got the outside ready to go. If you're gonna lose Fowler in them, then you're gonna have to get that inside right. And that inside, you're gonna have to go maybe look at a Grady Jarrett. You might have to maybe, I know we talk about the cap though, but shoot, Quentin Williams, man. Quentin Williams. You know? See, the one thing I like about the Bengals is they hard nosed though, right? Hendrickson is their best pass rusher, bro. And they out here rushing with Sam Hubbard, BJ Hill, Reader, man. Them ain't pass rushers. Hendrickson, you know what I mean? But they play that hard-nosed blue-collar defense, though, man. See, Dan Quinn, he need them studs, right? But it's cool. Because Dan Quinn can mess around and go get you a cheap dude, you know what I mean, to help out. The thing, you know, I can see him maybe try to go get a D Ford or something like that, you know? And getting the most out of him real cheap. But that inside, right? Because Quentin Bohannon has been deactivated all playoffs. So what's going on? You know what I mean? And you know, you don't believe in him? Hankins up. So what's going on? You gonna bring Hankins back? I would like to bring Hankins back. But who knows? You know, but I think this team needs a 3-tech, right? Don't really care too much about no elite corners. We got Trayvon Diggs that's good enough and just fill it in. But that D-line and get you a hitter at that linebacker, middle, you need to get you a real Mike, though. Got to get you. I don't know if Oklahoma State linebacker could be that real Mike for us because he a hitter. If he could be that guy for us, man, if we can get a 3-tech, the defense is good. The defense soft because you got your safeties. You got your safeties, right? You might lose Donovan Wilson though, but you can fill in with that, right? You got Israel, you got Marquise Bell, you got Kurtz, right? You can get away with losing Donovan Wilson. I promise you, if you go make sure that Mike linebacker spot is corrected. But the main thing is getting Dak Prescott 2 targets this year that can win quick. One in the slot, maybe one again at tight end or another wide receiver. You need two wide receivers that can win quick. Yeah, love Quentin, man. Love Quentin. Love him. But yeah, man. This our hard reality, man. Hey, we gonna have an interesting offseason, y'all. We gonna have an interesting. I promise you, it is. I think this is gonna probably be one of the most interesting off seasons that we didn't have in quite some time, right? Because we got to do so much, and we got to make some moves. We got to make some uncomfortable moves, and if they're gonna go to the next level, they're gonna have to make some aggressive moves. See, one thing's for sure: if this team even gonna think they're gonna sniff it, even with Dak Prescott, you're gonna have to make some aggressive moves to try to fill in the blanks, man. See, you're gonna need wide receivers that can win one-on-one. So if that's Odell Beckham, and then and another one, then so be it, right? You know, I would bring in Odell. I'll bring in Odell. Hey, I agree, T-Dub. See, we could talk about what we didn't have all we want to, but hey, if we would have had better quarterback play, we will be talking about this week. It's just that simple. Quarterback play win them championships. Quarterback play. Right? Like I seen somebody earlier, which was correct. Joe Burrow offensive line was horrible. Still got to the bowl. And still had an opportunity to try to go ahead and win. But you know, Aaron Donald took over. You know, so we're not far off. But then again, it's like you could be far off because of what you got at quarterback, right? It just all depends, man. You know, and probably you need the opportunity. Probably, even though we talked about 3-tech and wide receiver, the number one thing is Dak Prescott is you gonna seek help, or your offensive coordinator gonna force you to help. You see, if Kellen Moore not gonna be here, yo, you need to hire your offensive coordinator ASAP. So Dak Prescott take you a quick little month. Take you a quick little couple of weeks off, rest your body, and bro, by February, by the Super Bowl, bro, you need to get to work. You need to get to work. Take you a mental break, reflect on it, cry, because you should cry, because it's your fault. And then you need to get to work. You need to either the offensive coordinator need to go ahead and just work with you something crucial, or you need to hire somebody and live with them. You need to live with them. You know, you need to pull an Antonio Brown and Tom Brady situation. Hold up. Hello?
Hey, what's up, brother? It's Logan.
Oh, what's going on, man?
Hey, my fault. I know you've been on live for a minute, man. I was driving, man. I had to pull over and talk real quick, man.
Oh, yeah, it's sure good, man. It's sure good.
All right, that's all I want to say. The past 2 seasons, right? The only reason we lost is because of accountability, man. We ain't got nobody to tell these players when they're doing wrong. Dak can throw his picks. He can come back to the sidelines. All he can do is look at the tablet and run back out there. I seen Purdy throw one fucked up pass yesterday, and Shanahan got in his shit quick. So until we find, this is what I do, right? I get a new OC, Kellen gone. I give me another offensive line coach. I love to have Callahan back. Then I find me a wide receiver coach. Then I let Turpin know we ain't sitting back there waiting on punts all season. You gonna get your ass out here on this field and run some routes.
Yeah.
Big fact. Defense, you already talked about that, right? But Dak done had everything. Dak done had every kind of receiver, from Tavon to Cobb, route runners with Cooper. He gonna have to do with less next year. I'm building around Michael Parsons. I'm going to get Williams. I'm going to get my man Deron Payne. You already know about that. I'm going to get one of them to put on that D-line. We might be missing LVE. We might draft a damn linebacker in the first round. I need somebody that can strike and cover. Because how you look at it, we're going to be a top 4 in the conference again. I don't care if we lose half the team. We still going to be a top 4. So I'm going to build around this defense. We might have to get rid of our safety just because we got to sign Parsons. So we might take a safety in the first round. We might not miss him that much because he can't cover like that, but he can strike. I love Wilson, but his hands are like bricks. He ain't gonna catch that many picks. He's striking. If he was back in the 90s or the 80s, he might be the top safety in the league, but he can't cover like that. And I'm gonna run like that 2 years. Once Dak gone, Dak got 2 years to step up, and now we're gonna drive a quarterback. That's it, man.
Can't argue with that. I like the sound of that. The Payne and Williams, shoot, that make this D-line. Woo! Boy, man. Yeah, I know you've been talking about that Payne,
that's
too.
Yeah, we got to build around Parsons, man. He's the number 1 player on the team right now. We can't keep putting all this effort in his back, and he ain't showing up.
Yeah.
It's the same song every year.
Yeah, that'll take some pressure and some of that wear and tear off his body, man, when you got somebody out there making plays, or the opposite of him that's going to really get that inside pressure. So we're going to allow him to go ahead and, rushing the way we did on that one side at the end, man. Be able to put them all around again.
And that's it, man. Offensive line already good. Bring Steele back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Smith will come back another year. He ain't that old.
Yeah.
He handled business yesterday. Both only got what? One rush, one pressure for real.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get no sacks yesterday.
Yeah, he was clamped.
Smith. I don't know if we're going to bring him back at left guard next year or what.
Yeah, that's real.
And that's it, man. I build on that defense. We got Bland looking good. Diggs, we might have to bring in somebody to show these niggas how to tackle next
Yeah.
year. But we good. We got my boy McCormick, 24. He looking good.
Mm-hmm.
I won't even put in no effort for drafting another corner because we ain't going to be able to sign both of them anyway.
Right. Yeah, might as well go cheap there. Cheap little
And
value.
we right there, yo. We so fucking close. That's why we so mad, yo.
Right.
We could have won the Super Bowl the past 2 fucking years.
Man. Too close.
Yeah, the NFC. Ain't nobody else. We got to watch out for. Philly, San Francisco. And that's it for real.
Right.
That's it. Everybody else washed up.
Mm-hmm.
We need Dak to get his shit together.
Facts. Big facts.
Shit, that's all, man. I just want to tap in real quick, man. To pull up on the side of the road, talk my shit real quick. But I'm going to hop back in the chat, man. Salute to you, man. Salute T-Dub, everybody in here, man.
I appreciate the call. Good to hear from you, man.
Already, bro.
All right, man. Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man. And since your defense already there and dominant, man, make it even more dominant, man. You know, sometimes you might have to take a little L on, you know what I'm saying, Wilson, and go ahead, just keep just some decent corners around and make that front, man, crucial. Because when we struggle running the ball, who we struggle running the ball against? Washington. Washington ain't got no bad linebackers like that, but that front, Sweat, Young, the Bama boys, they even got old Big Ridgeway. It's dominant. You know? They out there rolling with little, just some decent linebackers back there, right? So if push come to shove, mess around and have Damon Clark and the Oklahoma State linebacker right there. They're the cheap linebackers right there. Them you cheap two right there, because you can always throw Mikey in, get him some linebacker too. That's 3 right there. And just fill it in. Right? So we can go about this a cheaper way and just get it, just make sure that we dominate up front. You know? And if you playing dominant defense and this offensive line continue to stay together and play together and make sure that running game is decent, and had the offensive coordinator make Dak run the ball, you know? Because, yeah, I for surely agree. We need another offensive coordinator. I don't care who coach. We need an offensive coordinator. Another one right now. It's not far off. It ain't, you know what I mean? We ain't got to do too much, right? And, and that's a good point. Building around Micah, right? Going all in, man, you know? We talk, you know, because like I said, we is close. Go all in for it. You know what I'm saying? You see the Rams, right? They went all in just to win one Super Bowl. And they probably about to be rebuilding for a little bit. You know what I mean? You know, as soon as Aaron Donald done, they toast, right? As soon as Aaron Donald done, they toast. But, man, you so close. And the cool thing about it is you got young guys. Right, you're gonna have to make that. You're gonna have to make that decision. You might got to trade a Osa. You might got to trade Osa to go fill in that gap, to go get you a Grady Jarrett, Big Quentin Williams. right? You see these teams that's been in the playoff, man, other than the Bengals, man, what does the Chiefs got? Who wrecking for the Chiefs? Chris Jones and Frank Clark. You got all this inside going on, right? Eagles went to go get them some pass rusher, right? Man, the Chiefs gonna always, the reason why the Chiefs messed around and can give Tyreek Hill up because they know, hey, where the Chiefs go get a linebacker. We're gonna get Bolton and we're gonna keep Chris Jones. We're gonna pay Chris Jones. We're gonna keep Frank Clark, and we're just gonna fill in at the cornerback position. And look where they at, right? In this AFC Championship, because we got the quarterback. They came there with Juju Smith-Schuster, Valdez Scantling, Sky Moore, and the one from the Giants. But guess what? Guess who he was throwing to all year? Just one target, Kelsey. You didn't admit they got cheap running backs. Pachenko, the other dude from LSU. Right? See, the good teams that win and win consistently and that go to the playoff consistently, they don't spend on unnecessary positions. They spend at the premium positions. Like I said, let's go back to the Chiefs. Chris Jones, premium position. Frank Clark, premium position. Right? We're gonna keep drafting wide receivers because we know we'll have a wide receiver we like. We don't need a dominant running back. We just need a running back that can catch the ball out the backfield. They always come a dime a dozen. But we got Kelsey, though, premium position. Can't nobody stop me. We can go ahead and get some decent corners, later on the draft, Go ahead and get him on. We got a little safety going on. Shoot, I'll take Edwards-Helaire. What they want for that? I know, he been hurt, but shoot. Put Edwards-Helaire in this offense. If you can't pay Tony, shit, I like that. See, you need running. We just gotta make sure that we got a safety net for Dak Prescott, right? CD, he a playmaker, but he not that safety net. He not that Jason Witten, that Cole Beasley safety net. You need safety nets for him. And if you can get him a safety net, couple safety nets, because you already got your wide receiver, it is what it is. It's CD and Gallup, right? That's all you really need, to be honest with you. So now you gotta go get you some safety. You got you a good tight end with Ferguson, and you got Hendershot. It's no excuses, bro. You still gonna have weapons next year. Now just work on just getting them a couple safety nets, whether it be at another running back in somewhere where at wide receiver. And all of them, and both of them can come cheap. Both of them can come cheap. Right? We're gonna have to be cheap since we allocated resources in positions that, and it may not be getting a good ROI on. It's just what it is, man. But this could be done. But we could talk about it right now. But one thing that need to be done is making sure that you retain Dan Quinn. And if you can retain Dan Quinn, which I'm pretty sure that they will, right? In however capacity they got to do it, whether it be D coordinator or head coach, and then you in business. But you miss Dan Quinn. You miss Dan Quinn. You let it go. All hell might break loose. All hell might break loose. Because now, not only that you got to learn a new defense, you're going to have to learn a new offense. So, man, we there, though. Unfortunately, man, we got these bad news that we want to sit with this, man. It's going to be a sour taste in our mouth. It's going to be a sour taste in our mouth, man. But it is. Man, just like everybody else, man, Dak got to stop making excuses and go with it, man. Dak got to stop just, what I mean? He's got to thug it out, man. You got to do what, what I mean? It's just like a boxer, man. If your weakness is this certain punch, well, you need to go get you a trainer, man, that can go ahead, man, and get you right, man, when it comes to that certain punch. if my 3-point shot when I'm in the NBA is lacking, I need to go get with a nice shooting coach that can go ahead and change my form around and get me to start hitting 3-pointers. And what does Dak Prescott need to do? Get with a coach, man, that's going to change that mindset around, man. So he going to have to get with somebody that may got a nice little mind. Go tell him to go hang around with old Floyd Mayweather or something, man. You know? Tell him to go hang around with Floyd or something. You know? Get somebody to get in. He needs some soul in him, bro. I'm going to be real, bro. He needs some soul in him, man. And that's put it the polite way, man. That's put it the right PG way. He needs some soul in him, man. Right? Well, I think Logan said it yesterday, man. Hey, he needs some of that hood. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, he needs some of that. He needs some of that hood nana on him, man. You know what I'm saying? He needs to put some of that on his sideburns, man. You know what I mean? He always got that smile, man. Tell him to have Okisha, man, or tell him to open up wide, man. You know, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, shoot. You know what I mean? Get that soul in him, man. I promise you, man. He gonna get it. He gonna get him some of that soul in him, man. You know? He gonna hang around with Kelvin Joseph homies. And he gonna get him Keisha. You know? He gonna get him Keisha. Boy, he gonna see Dak Prescott say, man, what's happening, homie? Yeah, man, it's on Rain Dakota. You ain't gonna see Dak, man, it's Rain Dakota Prescott, man. What's happening, homie? Yeah, man. Yes. Oh, the Super. Oh, we there, boy. Oh, we there, man. When you gonna start walking with it? You know how Terrence when he scored that touchdown, he's limping. You know what I mean? With that little gangster lead, man. Yeah, Dak Prescott, man. Boy, what's going? Boy, what got up in you, man? What you mean what got up in me, man? It's always been in me. He gonna be like, man, it's in me. It ain't on me. When that boy talking about, man, it's in him and it ain't on him. Yeah, man. That's how you know. About the QB. I'm getting ready to work on that, Lo. I'm getting ready to work on that. T-Dub had asked me to work on that. I'm getting ready to work on that. I'm getting ready to piece something together and on the all 20 because from what I seen, even on the coach's view, well, not the coach, but on the TV view, I didn't like what I seen just from that view, like paying because I paid a little bit more attention to him instead of looking at everything around it or look more at him. Yeah, when it come down his reads, it wasn't looking right, man. It wasn't looking right. I'll be honest with you, man. I've seen him staring down wide receivers like that Gallup interception. He was staring them down, bro. Like he didn't look nowhere else. Like he was just staring, like he was just hoping that Gallup was gonna win the route, and he did. He was like, shoot, Gallup will go ahead and win it, and he just threw it. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, bro? You know what I mean? Cause I looked at his head. His head was just like this the whole way. Gallup running around, his head was just looking at this the whole way. He didn't even go ahead and scan the other. He didn't go to the second progression. He stayed at his first progression and threw the pick. And one thing I seen sometimes, he be staring people down, man. He got to stop doing that. He got, you know what I mean? Stop trying to get him. You know what I mean? He talking about, oh, I trust my wide receiver, bro. You know, you shouldn't trust him that good. The only one that I've seen that you could really just say that you got that full trust in was Dalton Schultz. You know, for the most part, Dalton Schultz, you know what I mean? He going to be there where he's supposed to be, you know, for the most part. So, but yeah, man. That's where it's at right there. But shoot, man, it was a good live, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I appreciate everybody who called in, man. I appreciate everybody who support me, who donated, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. I got love for all y'all, man. I appreciate you, man. And we're going to be working hard, man, this all season, man. We're going to be trying to figure, we're going to come up with some type of solution because I know they be watching. I know they be watch our stuff, man. I know they see what we talking, man. You know, so we're going to figure this out, man. And I ain't going nowhere. We here, man. And, man, I'm about to get me something to eat, though. I'm hungry than a mug, man. But like I said, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all support, man. And we'll be back, man. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Y'all stay up.